Well, we are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club, everybody. Today, we have a very special, you've heard this before, Ryan, special returning guest, Mr. Ryan Sheckler is back with us. How are you, dude?
I'm good, man. I'm happy to be back. Can't believe I got invited back.
Dude, I wish I need an applause button because I know I'm cheering on the inside, man. It's been about a year. I think that we were just talking about it the last time you were here, 2022, June 6th, your episode dropped, which was our anniversary. 6-year anniversary. A lot of things have happened since then.
It's been gnarly, actually. Yeah, it's been a crazy year, for sure, to say the least.
Which is interesting because a lot of stuff happens in 1 year. Yeah. I mean, not only did we come out with a video part. I say we because,
For sure. What the support. You guys supported me.
Yeah, 100%. I would wake up in the morning and be like, I know Ryan's out there somewhere, man.
And I was, man. I was trying to clip up, and I was trying not to lose my mind, and really got to go through the special experience that every street skateboarder knows is like really getting completely lost in a project and trying to push yourself to a level that you don't really know if you're capable of still, for me.
Because how old are we now?
33.
22?
I wish. I wish.
So 33, but you're still out there. I mean, we have the video part. We're going to be playing some stuff of it. We're going to be talking about it a lot. But it comes out this Friday, the 28th.
Yep.
And you still love to fly. Let's put it that way. You are flying all around. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful thing, man.
It's what happened when I just kind of changed. I changed the direction and course of my behavior and like my life. About 4 years ago. And
what do you mean?
When I checked back into rehab and like
we talked about it.
Went through the alcohol stuff and like really just. Kind of just dove deep, dude. And it was just like, okay, something's not working. I need to change something. And my buddy was like, you need to change one thing, and that's everything. And
that's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, and that's
easier said than done,
bro. It stuck with me. And it was like such a profound statement. And once I really started looking into that, I was like, all right, I do need to change everything. I need to change my diet. I need to change my sleep behavior. I need to sleep. I actually need to change the way I think. It was mostly how I think. My thinking was off. And normally my first decision, the first like go-to, if someone asked me a question or there was something going on, like my first initial reaction was wrong, and it was bad. And so what I did was I started listening to that, and then instead of acting, I would call someone and be like, hey, this is going on. This is my idea. And then they would be like, that's a terrible idea.
And you're like, this is my gut instinct.
Yeah, they're like contrary action. It's like, do the opposite thing that you want to do.
Oh, no.
And so I started doing that, dude. And then all of a sudden it was like life started working. And right about that time, was COVID. And before COVID, I had a meeting with Red Bull. And it came after, the You Good video came out, and they were like, do you want to do a video part? And to me, I had never done a video part, sober or whatever. I'd never done a video part clear and in control. And so I said, yeah. And, that was three years ago-ish.
Okay.
That's when we started filming. And I ended up, it was 3 years because I snapped my ACL and had to get surgery. And that took about a year and 2 months to heal.
Damn.
So the second half of the video part has been filmed over this last, 10 months, 11 months.
And we just got the last trick.
We got the last trick, finally, dude. Yes. Which is so crazy because it was never supposed to be the last trick.
Really?
Yeah, it was never going to be the last trick. I had a couple other things in mind that we won't talk about because I'm going to try I'm going to try to get them for the Sandlot part that I'm going to do after this one. And but the tail drop kickflip started when the spot looked different. It was when it was the OG spot.
They had changed it. They had, B. Turner did a switch drop in on it, right? Switch tail drop.
So gnarly.
But it had bars on it, so you couldn't roll on the top of it.
You couldn't roll on the top, and you had to go off the pilasters that were on the side. And so I went there when it was like that, tried it, but the backstory behind that was like I had a torn ACL when I was trying it. and I didn't know that it was torn.
Oh, wow.
I just knew my knee was jacked up. And so I had a knee brace on, and I tried it like 5 times, and it didn't work. Clearly, I fell on one, and it like jarred me so gnarly that I was like, I can't do this. So I stopped. We came back like a month later. I tried it again. I got like 2 or 3 tries in, and then I got surgery.
That's okay. You only got 2 or 3 tries
on the second attempt.
On the second,
so like,
okay.
By that time, I had like 10 tries on it, maybe, and every single time was just violent.
Was it? Really? Did you stick it at all, or
this is B Turner, by the way. This is a switch drop, and that's when the sign had the little bars up there. It was Encinitas Civic Center.
Oh my God, it's terrifying.
And then they changed it to the Encinitas, like.
So if you go back, if you pause it there,
yeah,
like now at the top of where it says Encinitas, like the actual top of that, that's the new height of it. So it's way taller than it was, and it sends you into a different spot that has more transition. Which
wait
is
a
even
minute.
gnarlier.
So it's a completely
different spot now.
Yeah. You can ride it like Ace Pelka rode on top.
Yeah, I was there that day. So I was there that day that was the 4th time I had been back. And
by the way, let's look at this real quick. This is off Ace's Instagram of the top view of it looking down. And
so
I would
see the knuckle. There's like it looks like it's like the first 4 feet of the bank is like kind of flat, and then it dips. So the whole time I was trying to land on that flat spot, like trying to be safe. And it never worked because my board wanted to go further out. So the one I ended up landing, I sent it out into the actual down part, which from top to where I landed is probably 10 and a half feet.
Jeez. Wait, so you just showed up at the spot and he was skating it too?
No, I showed up at the spot to skate, and then people knew around town that I was back there because this has become like a thing. Like I keep showing up, they keep watching me for 2 hours die down this thing, and like people are telling me to stop. It's not worth it, and I'm like,
wait a minute. Can I ask you a question really quick? This is a busy intersection. I mean, it's the photo you posted on your Instagram. There was a cop right there and everything. Are you getting kicked out of this spot as well?
No, bro. Sheriff Dave.
Oh, yeah, he's the homie.
The Encinitas Police Department is the man.
Okay.
Shout out to Sheriff Dave for supporting skateboarding and supporting activities that are outside. He is the coolest dude.
Amazing.
He's the raddest police encounter I've ever had, where like he gave me his phone number and told me, hey, come back either Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday after 5, and I'll block traffic for you.
Wow.
That's pretty dope. And so, like, that's what ended up happening. There was 2 times that we came, and he helped us out with traffic. And, bro, I would get ready, and he would come up on the side and turn his lights on and, like, block the lane off. And I wanted to land it so bad when he was there.
With the cop sirens on.
But it was, like, too much, man. It was too much. And every single time, there was, like, 50 people that were there, and everybody had their phones out. I'm super surprised it hasn't got leaked yet.
Right.
Wow. Which I hope it doesn't, like, everyone's pretty dope down there, and they were like understood. We were telling them like, hey, you can keep the footage, you can film too, like, just please wait till we drop this video. Right. And so far everyone's been super dope, so I appreciate that.
Well, let me ask you a question. This is coming out Monday. The video part's coming out Friday. We have the clip here. We don't have to watch it if you don't want to, or we can check it out and you can talk about it, or maybe we could say spoiler alert if you don't want to. We're in a bind right here, Sheckler. We're in a bind.
I mean, the bind is real for sure.
What do you want to do?
It's real. I don't know.
We have other clips too that we could talk about as well from your part as well. But this is a gnarly thing. This is only a certain amount of people have done this.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, it's one of those spots too. When you drive by it, it looks perfect. You're like, that looks cool. I mean,
that does not look perfect.
Wait a minute. Is this Sheriff Dave?
Yep, there he is.
There he is.
That's our guy.
Well, I was curious though, because you had already posted the photo on your Instagram.
Yeah,
and I was kind of surprised. I'm like, the video hasn't came out yet. You posted the photo already.
Well, I did that because I had a Thrasher interview that has a lot of the tricks from the video part in it, and I just figured it's like, man, in this day and age of like content and everything, it doesn't really matter if you see the photo, because it's still up to your imagination to like try to imagine how the whole thing went. So to me, it's like the photo is cool, you can post the photo, but the video has not been seen. So like I don't mind people seeing this, but the actual rollaway of that clip, like, I don't know if we want to give it away?
I don't, like I said, like, we are in a weird bind here because this episode is going to come out before the part, but it's also going to live after the part too. So, you know, but here's a photo. This is taken from Tim Aguilar, right? Yep. This is a photographer. Beautiful photo. Yes, I mean, look how small you are up there. Yeah, that's the thing. And what, like you said, like they raised it up, right? So it's higher than the old sign.
Yeah. So if I stand, you know, I'm like 5'8". If I stand at the bottom, like where I'm at right now, like if I stand at the edge where the bank meets the wall, my hand does not reach over the top.
Seriously?
Yeah. So, I mean, I figured it's like 6.5, 7 feet, but then you got to, every 6 inches that you travel out is another foot down.
Okay.
I don't know, bro. This trick made me question everything about skateboarding, about my life. Dude, it was 3 years of like thinking about this trick.
That's true. You had surgery also and everything in the meantime.
In a totally different mindset.
For sure.
Right. You.
And then continuing to go back to this spot and like try it 12, 15 times. And not ever once did I put my wheels on the ground. I never got myself to put the wheels on the ground. So I started thinking I can't do this. Mm-hmm.
When the first time you tried it ever 3 years ago, were you also drinking back then, or you had sobered up? by then?
Okay, I was running a clean program.
Do you think it was easier of a tail drop or to for that sign than is the other one? Not easier, but it was a better setup because it was a different sign when you first tried it. You said right?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So the other sign puts you off like into.
It's angled differently?
It's angled differently. It completely is a different spot. I don't want to say the other one was easier. The other one was shorter. So it had a lot less of a drop. This one, you could actually like go...
Move it over.
You could move it over, which made it higher, but you could try to get into that knuckle, which gave you a kind of clearer path to the bottom. But I power slid because I rolled off the edge of the curb, and then that asphalt at the bottom is so gnarly. So it's just like...
Like going that fast too, down even off a little curb like that could just throw you off like that too.
Yeah,
like going that fast.
So
yeah, it was crazy.
That was the first time you put the wheels down?
That was the fourth time that day.
That day.
Yeah.
Wow. Could you feel it that day? Like it's going down? Because, you know, some days... No? Some days you go to a spot and you're like, oh, no, today is happening.
No. Like, I went there knowing that it had to happen that day or it wasn't going to go on the video part. And mind you, if I didn't land it then, my idea was to, like, just start releasing one clip at a time on my Instagram and not do a video part.
Seriously, that was...
that was the end all be all.
I was gonna like shut the whole thing down.
Dude. John Taffer, shut it down.
I was just gonna shut it down because, like, honestly, I needed it. I needed it for myself. Like that was so much more than skateboarding. It was a mental completion of like willpower and just trusting that I was still capable of challenging myself.
What did you say? How many times did you go there in total from the first time you went?
5 times.
Okay.
And fell down that thing from the top to the bottom 60
something. Wow. I mean, just you riding away from that, and you're wearing a sweater as you're wearing right now, probably the same time, Sandlot time, but it's completely ripped in the back.
I had a t-shirt on, sweatshirt, thick sweatshirt.
Sure.
And then a t-shirt over the sweatshirt. Because every single time I went there, like, I figured something out. I was like, okay, I need to have more layers. Like, I had these, like, I wrapped my wrists too, because, like, I would take my wrists off, and then I would take my elbow off, and I'm like, okay, then my knees. So then I wrap my knees up, and every single time I learned something, and then I completely switched the size of my board. And then that was the ticket.
I want to talk about that because you did bring in both, mind you, both of your boards.
Yeah.
One is 8.5, you said, and another one's a 9.
Yeah, so one's 8.5 with the 14-inch wheelbase, and then the 9 is just a 9 with a 15-inch wheelbase.
Can you bring them up here? I want to check them out because it's fascinating to me that, like, even the 9 right here. By the way, congrats, Manny Santiago and Sandlot Times.
Big shout out to
Love
Manny,
that. It fits so well, by the the Manny
that's
and
my guy, dude.
We're
like, we're so yin and yang, you know. Like,
I love it.
His energy is so infectious and so, like, so pure, and just he's bubbly, and then I'm like, I'm all right to be around, but I'm a little bit more serious, you know. And so like, but we're like best friends, and so
yin and yang, man.
It made so
works.
much sense, man. It made so much sense to us.
So let's talk about this, because I would imagine the 8.5, which you got right there, is your daily driver.
This is the daily driver, but this one's becoming a little bit more appealing to me.
Crazy.
Which is interesting because, like, I mean, how big are we going to get? Like, that's the thing. Is like, I still skate 7.75. Right?
These are becoming the norm, though, dude. These are like,
I mean, little Cater was skating at 8.5, right, and then close to a 9. But like, where are we going to go from this? 9, 9.25, 9.5, 10, 10.
I think there's got to be a threshold here.
Yeah, not for me. For me, I won't go. It's more so about like my foot's not getting any bigger. So I wear a size 10.
Okay.
And 10 looks good on the 8.5, and it looks and feels good on the 9. So if I go to 8.25, I feel like my feet look too big on the board. So it really comes down to like, I'm not really tripping on the performance. I'm tripping on the look. If my mind is like, bro, I can't, if I can't picture myself skating on this board, then I'm not skating on that board.
Yeah.
So, but we talk about performance, right? We talk about, listen, a wider board flips slower, right? So if you're doing a tail drop kick flip, we're getting a slower flip,
which is what I needed.
Right. So there is a little bit of performance also with the look, though. I would assume. I mean, you're skating this board more and more now.
I'm skating it more and more because it feels good. It's like, it's heavy. It's a little bit more sturdy. I feel like the wheels are, so these are 53s, those are 54s.
Okay. So it's a little bumped up. 151 Thunders, 148s,
yeah.
I believe you said. Yeah.
Did you make that shape specifically for that trick?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was just a rogue shape that I was like, this looks great.
How long you been riding it?
I'll use that one.
Yeah.
About 2 months. Yeah. But literally in 2 months, because I've been skating so much that it's like, I switched that out because I had my last one was dusted. I've been skating that a little bit more than I've been skating this one. On like flat ground and everything, like front shove-its on that board feels so good.
I mean, the trucks aren't really scratched too much, so I would assume it's more of a jumping board,
I've
right?
been jumping on that thing, yeah.
And then, so you bring what? Are you listen, 8.5's your daily driver. Are you trying some tricks on there, like flying and jumping, and then you're like, wait a minute, hold on, this isn't feeling right. Let me go to the 9.
Kind of. Yeah, I'll be. I was trying to skate that Kern Cable spot in LA where you like bombs down the freeway and launches off the launches off this side embankment and over a bar.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And I tried it on this, and I didn't land the trick anyways, but I felt 10 times better and more structured on that board.
That's crazy.
It's almost like a street mega ramp board.
Yeah, which is like,
I gotta do some
me,
presses real quick.
You know,
yeah.
It looks like, for me, it looks big. Like when I walk in with it looks big. But you know, I got homies that are 6 foot, 6'1". They carry that board around. It looks totally normal.
It's normal.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a 10.5 shoe. I'm sure it would look normal on my foot as well.
And honestly, if you kickflip that thing, you'd be like, whoa, this might be something.
That's why I've always had reservations, though, of switching to a bigger board. Listen, I'm a 90s kid, man. 7.75, even 7.5 was my jam. I still, to this day, love a 7.75. And I feel like I've tried the 8s, the 8.25s, and it's just harder for me to pick up. You know what I mean? It's harder for me to, like, get it up and flick.
You got to train yourself. It's gonna take some
time. My ankles aren't even that, like, I don't have strong ankles anyway. Like, if I try to flick it, like, my ankle, I have ankle problems.
Fair enough. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
But you can, it's so interesting. Oh, well, by the way, here's a trick. Here's a spot we were talking about real quick. This is a spot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's pretty hefty.
So that's like, I'm already filming for Sandlot. Like, I have to go back there.
Right.
You know? We actually tried to get a trick. I tried to get a clip for that on the last day of filming for this project and got so smoked that I was just like, all right, we're done.
Had to call it.
We're already working on something new. We're already going on a Sandlot Times mission.
Yeah, and we don't know what it's going to look like yet, but obviously with Manny and Wyatt and myself, like...
We got to talk about Wyatt, by the way.
Yeah. Bro.
Yeah, we do. I can't believe he's 9, bro. I keep forgetting that he's 9 years old.
Wait. He's 9. I thought he was 13.
Wyatt's 9.
Yeah. He's old.
Okay.
He's
So crazy.
dude.
This one feels a lot better, man, by the way. It's
Yeah.
so much lighter. You got the hollows in here, man. Ooh, this is a good board.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, they're both like, it's at this point now, too, in my career, like just not even career, like just life of skateboarding, where it's like,
The life
I'm
of Ryan.
super down. Oh,
Nice.
I'm just super down to try shapes. And
Isn't that weird? We get older and
it's just
we want to
fun.
experiment a
Like,
little bit.
It's fun. You pick up someone's board that's not your board, not even close to your specs, and you try a kickflip, tray flip, and it flips so perfect. It's like golfing, dude. Like every time I use someone else's club, I'm like, I'm gonna go buy that club. And I buy it and it doesn't work, and I throw it away and I give it to someone else, and
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that ain't it. But with skateboarding recently, that's been like kind of how it is. I just been like, oh, that board's cool. Let me see that.
Right.
Okay, and then I'll try to find a shape close that Sandlot makes, and just keep having
It's
fun.
crazy as you get older, you try to like figure certain things out. Like, you want to make the experience better for yourself. So you
almost-
are trying to
Yeah.
figure out,
I almost
map
equate
out.
it to like maybe a midlife crisis on a board. Like, because I
That's also possible.
yeah.
I have
sure.
my Slappy board, and of course it's a different thing. Slappy, it's like, get the board to whatever you're skating, right? So I'm riding a 8.5, 161 Thunders. Like, this thing is a beast. Way out of my character for that. Pause podcast.
Okay.
I need to tell you guys that this episode is brought to us by Athletic Greens.
Ooh, we love athletic greens.
We do.
This is gold in a box, right? Love this stuff. With one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and Kelly's favorite thing in the whole world, adaptogens.
I love
There it is.
adaptogens.
This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging.
Well, not only that,
Ooh, tell me, Drone.
contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything, while still tasting good.
Nothing budget, only buttery, right?
Nothing budget,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
But it also supports better sleep quality and recovery as well.
Tons of people take multivitamins, but it's important that you choose one with high quality ingredients that your body will actually absorb.
And it's also better when you not to have a full medicine cabinet full of, supplements.
Oh, man.
You know,
Wait, so I can get rid of all my supplements?
Yeah, I was just over at Kelly's house the other day, opened the cap. I was hit with supplements.
Get the trash can.
Yeah.
Throw them in there.
To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is just visit athleticgreens.com/9club. That's NINECLUB. Again, athleticgreens.com/9club. Take ownership of your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance today,
There
which
it
is
is.
Athletic Greens.
Take over your health now.
But let's talk about Wyatt, though. This kid, 8 years old, 9? 8?
9.
How's that going? Where did you find him? And I think it's interesting, too, because you came up as a very young skater as
Yeah.
well, in the limelight as well. And now here's this kid who's 9 years old and just skating for your company. He's going to be in that same limelight. And are you mentoring and trying to help him out on that
Yeah,
sense?
to the best of my abilities, and from what I've learned in skateboarding, and especially the experiences that I've had growing up in skateboarding, I'm trying to share as much knowledge as possible. But knowledge, to me is equated to time. So I spend a lot of time with him, whether that's skating, going to the beach, going to Handles. He loves Handles ice cream, bro. This kid will do any trick for Handles. You get him a Handles gift card, and he's like, he'll land whatever.
We're going to go get ice cream after
he's
this.
trying to get.
That's amazing.
It's
That's so
rad.
pure. That's so pure, though. That's rad.
And he is pure, and he's getting more and more strength, and he's a good kid, bro. He's super smart. But the best thing about Wyatt are his parents. His parents, dude, Jenny and Andrew. They are such rad, supportive, honest, just like
They're not show parents.
they're just dope parents that have his best interests at heart, but also make school super important, make being a kid super important. And like when we had the meeting to like get him on the team, it wasn't me talking to his parents. It was me sitting at a table like this with Wyatt and him telling me what his ideas were for skateboarding.
He's 9 years old. Right? He wants to get ice cream.
And what he wanted to do in skateboarding, you know? And for me, I just told him, like, dude, whatever you want to do in skateboarding, I'll support you. If you decide in 2 years that skating's not for you, I still support you and I'll still be your friend. No matter what, this is a friendship. So be a kid, you know? Be a kid. You don't have to be skating all the time. Mm-hmm. But you can say that. He don't care. He just wants to skate.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure.
And
wow.
He's just... Ow. And he falls like a little kid sometimes, man. Ow. And you're like, whoa.
Whoa, that was gnarly.
Let me ask you, though, like, you know, how young is too young, right? I mean, you were really in the limelight at
super
a young age, man. And, like, sometimes you don't really see too many companies putting on a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, they wait 15,
Definitely.
16.
They'll have them on deck, like just like let's see how this is gonna marinate.
But see, on deck is scary and doesn't work for this day and age because of companies snatching kids up quick that like you'll never get the opportunity again to have him. And that was kind of a situation with me. Like he's been skating at my skate park with my brother Shane since he was 6 years old, and so I've kind of had eyes on him from a distance of like, yeah, this kid's good. And then he kept getting better. And then there was a point where I was like, hey, Shane, what does he do? Like, who's he sponsored by? And he had, I think he had a different sponsor. And
Termite or something.
Something. Like, that was so gnarly. That day was so gnarly. Just the way he thinks about skateboarding, like, that's not a spot. You know? Like,
it's not a spot.
It's not a spot.
It's so sick.
But it's so dope. So I really think that he's got a good chance, bro, to be something real serious in skateboarding if he chooses to.
Also with you in his corner as well, and mentoring, and even Manny for that matter as well. You know, it's like it's
Bro,
amazing.
If you watch these slams this day, I was like terrified.
There was one he was skating this thing.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, he's wearing a helmet, but there was one where he was skating something and he whacked his head on the ground, and I was like, oh my god, thank god his neck was like a wet noodle, man.
He's got to wear a helmet. And
yeah,
we talk about that, and I think he's sponsored by he is sponsored by S1 pads, which is a super great fit for him.
Yeah.
But dude, like that clip right there, the slams that he had on that were so gnarly. Like so gnarly.
Are his parents at the spots with him too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Post it up. That's his mom.
That's
right
mom.
There. Yeah, that's Jenny.
That's so
Some
cool.
moms wouldn't even want to watch their kid roll down the street,
Bro,
let alone doing a
Jenny is the boss. She's gnar.
Yeah.
She'll be there and like he'll start his process into like getting a trick, and then he'll start kind of like goofing around where I'm like, he's like toying with it, and Jenny's like, and this is all respect and love. And she's like, if you're not going to do it, we're going to leave. And I'm like, sick. But it's not like, hey, you have to do this. It's like she understands and knows exactly what he's capable of. She's at every session. She's watched him skate since he was a Grom.
Wow.
Which he's still a Grom. Totally. And she knows where he's at and what he needs to like either focus or not. And a lot of times he'll go, yeah, no, I don't want to do it today. And then we pack up and we go to the next spot.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. He like hammers it.
Let me ask you a question, and this is an interesting thing because what I think about when I see a kid skating street with pads on, forget the helmet, we're talking the knee pads, right? Do you think that it's going to hinder him with the knee pads going into taking the knee pads off? He's going to get used to knee sliding out of stuff, or do you think it's going to make him better because by the time he takes the knee pads off, he's going to be so damn consistent?
That's a good question, dude. I ran into this problem with myself.
Oh, seriously? Okay.
I wore them for a while, and then started getting told. Because, dude, when I was coming up as a kid, people were very straightforward. Like, you can't street skate with knee pads on. Like, I didn't know.
I'm 6.
I'm gonna keep the helmet on, but like, okay, I'll take the knee pads off. And it took one time of me bailing onto my knees without them on to understand that like they're not there.
Train your brain to
one try.
Okay.
You know, so like when he skates my park, when we skate smaller spots, like he doesn't have the knee pads on. When he's going to skate, you know, a 20 stair handrail, it makes him comfortable. And I'm like, bro, you're 9 years old. If that makes you comfortable, leave them on. Right. You know, like at this point, dude, He's not going to go to Hollywood and get an MBD, you know, which is fine. He doesn't need to. He just wants to be skating the spots that he wants to skate. And I love that.
That's what skating's all about.
I love that.
Especially at that age. Like, why set yourself up? You could just go out and have fun.
And he's having fun. And that's my role as, like, you know, as his buddy, is just to, like, let him explore that and, like, be a kid and skate the way he wants to skate. You know, his mom, like, trusts me on trips. Like, I take him on trips. He sleeps and he, like, bunks with me.
Sick.
And bro, he's so mellow. He just eats mac and cheese and chicken fingers and
and ice cream.
Goes to bed at 10 o'clock, like, showers, brushes his teeth. Like, he's super self-sufficient. Like, he's just chilling. He's so easy to be around and so easy to travel with. Like, love the kid.
Hey, maybe
awesome.
the helmet and knee pads won't come off, though. I mean, Andy Anderson has kind of set a new standard with these kids, you know?
And Andy, man, is like, dude, one of my favorite skateboarders.
Isn't he great?
Period,
He really
bro.
He's great.
And he's a great human. Yeah, love Andy.
He's the best.
Definitely.
He's the best. Such good energy, too.
Infectious.
Everything about him, man. It's just awesome.
So we got the Sandlot Times. We got Manny, you, Wyatt. Is
And
that
Paige?
Paige?
Yep, Tobin in Australia. And she's 8.
Good thing you make the little kids boards, right?
Yeah.
And dude, that wasn't ever our idea, was to, like, make the kids boards and, like, have that. We just, like, it just, dude, the way God set things up in our life, it was just like, it spoke to us that, like, we need to support these 2 kids.
Amazing.
And so we do. And they're awesome.
So
I love it, man. Like I said before, you got if they have a good support system, they're going to be A-okay. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And plus, it seems like their parents are pretty rad,
Their parents
too.
are dope. Like,
Not like-
super rad, man. We don't have any crazy, like, we don't have any crazies going on.
Well, because the parents are, you know, stage parents, right? All they're interested in is, like, the Olympics or this or that or
results,
sponsorships or
right.
money or whatever. I mean, it's like, growing up, it was hard enough to get our parents to drop us off at a spot, let alone, like, you know?
Yeah.
For sure. And, like, even with Wyatt, you know, like, and then we can move on, but, like, his expectations of what he wants to do, like, even at this Damn Am that was at the barracks, he just wanted to make qualifying. That's all he wanted to do. Qualified, like, 49th or 50th.
Yeah, he
made
was
qualifying.
right
And that
in
was
the bubble.
it. And that was it. And that was his goal, was just to do that. Whatever else was gravy. And I really appreciate that. He's setting standards that are achievable but aren't, like, weak, you know? So he's got a good head on his shoulders. He's a smart kid. And, I look forward to seeing whatever he
With
does.
Sandlot Times, are you, you must be constantly looking for talent and friends, maybe. I mean, you got Manny on there, too, which is awesome now. But are you?
I mean, dude, you're always looking.
Yeah.
You know, you're always
For
looking.
sure.
But what's realistic is, like, who can we put on that we can actually support to the level that they need to be supported? And so if you talk about, you know, for instance, you know, you talk about a Jocelyn or a Tori Pudwell. Like, I'm just...
Here's Paige, by the way. We're playing a little
hypothetical.
clip of Paige.
Yeah. And, like, Paige is dope. Paige is super dope. And
Love
she's
that.
young and she's just ripper. She surfs, skates. Like, she's just fun.
How did you find her?
Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram, just reached out, and they happened to be in California and had them come by the park, and skated with her and met her parents and her brothers, and I was like, yep.
Okay.
She's dope. She was 7 at the time, and so and so I was like, man.
Let's put when did you start to come out into the world of skating? What age were you?
I started competing right at the end of being 6. So like, call it 6, 7.
I love that, man.
I mean, my
But
first
you-
Tampa, I was 7 years old. First Tampa Am, I was 7.
You started skating at what, 4?
I started skating at 2.
Get 'em.
You don't even have kneecaps at 2, right?
I know, bro.
Come on,
It's like-
you know what I mean?
It's probably why I can take impact today. I probably started
Maybe
doing
never
weird
developed.
squats and, like, jumping off things when I was such a little kid. Like, skateboarding for sure saved my life as a kid. I was crazy, and I know I was crazy because my mom was always, like, telling me that I was. And now that I have a daughter of my own, And her development already, like even at 2 months, she started rolling back and forth. And I'm like, maybe that's normal. And I start looking it up. It's like totally not normal.
Okay.
And like everything that she's doing is like not normal. And my mom comes over. She's like, yep, that's you, 100%.
And that's just there. You're not trying to put her on the board or do whatever. Like
she doesn't understand anything. She's
right.
15 weeks old, 16 weeks old. It's like
everything's still developing here.
She don't know. She's just learning.
Listen, we talked about a lot of stuff last episode. When you were on, we talked about, growing up. We talked about Life of Ryan. We talked about just every detail. But I'm curious too, because like, how were a lot of those things growing up? Because were a lot of those things like you had the final say in them, or was it a lot of, because like take for instance like the we didn't talk about it last time, but the Axe deodorant commercial, right?
Yeah.
Which you still get people saying double pits to Chesty and all that.
Yeah, which is funny.
But you probably made a lot of money off that commercial. But was that your idea, or were some things not your idea?
No, I mean at the end of the day, everything was approved by me. So.
Right.
Whether it was my idea, I actually don't remember if the Axe one was I don't know if I was like, hey, go out and get me Axe, body spray deodorant.
But it's coming your way.
But it was coming my way, and I think it was approached to me as like, hey, we want to do this commercial. And our standard go-to at that time was like, yeah, well, if you pay us this, we'll do it.
You had a set kind of.
Yeah, we had a set number that was like
right.
ridiculous, and they were like,
it was ridiculous.
They were like, yeah, no, okay, we're in, we'll do it. And the double pits to Chesty, dude, was aggressive. It turned out, the idea of it was tight, but also at this point,
I love it.
The idea had like flair to it,
sure.
But yeah, that slow-mo right there was crazy.
What do you mean?
It was just so crazy. Like, I watch it now, I can laugh about it now, but like, if you would have shown me this when I was like 26 and like said something, I probably would have tried to fight you. like now it's just part of the whatever.
Well, you got a lot of you heard about it because everybody was like double pitch. It was like this thing.
I mean, it was
it
good
had a
for
quick
them.
moment for sure.
Yeah, it had it lived, and it. I haven't seen that. I know that's in the
documentary that you guys are coming up with. Yeah, we'll talk about.
Let's bring it back, dude. Let's bring it back.
But what? I mean, can you talk about now, like what that number is for like something you get from that?
I mean, they paid me $1 million.
That's fucking
what?
Amazing.
My guess was $100,000. I was way off. But
I mean, at that time, he was like pretty hot. Not that he was never hot, but at that time, probably everything was
MTV,
all
that's why you had the number.
Yeah,
that was everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that was the same with the Proactive. Like, that's why I never even had acne. Like I'd never ever dealt with it, and they're like Proactive, and I was like, yeah, here's the number.
Here's the number.
And they're like, all right.
Well, here's the thing: is like when you make a commercial like that, you don't know what the actual reaction is.
No.
The whole thing, the double, and then it turned into a thing.
Yeah.
But me, I mean, I'm like, yeah, I got paid a lot of money to do that. So you could. I'll be spraying that shit on me for the rest of my life.
Proactive. I mean, I was using that at the time. So big ups to you. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't think that was, I mean, look, if you got that deal, that's good for you. You know what I mean?
100%.
I mean, at that time, it was crazy. I was like actually tripping that they even agreed to it. So then that's where the creative started. Like, I was like, oh, okay, you're actually going to do that. Then we're going to try to make this as cool as possible. And then I was always like pulling my friends in to get paid, so it was like my brothers and my friends that were on the show, and like even there you saw Jeremy Rogers and Greg Lutzka, like they got paid from the Axe commercial. Like, so I always brought people in that were my close crew to like be a part of these things and get paid. So I always thought it was like I was helping. I didn't really think I was hurting anything by doing
you ain't
these,
hurting
like
nothing.
And now I see all these TikToks and these crazy things, and I'm like, bro, what I did was super mellow. You know, like what I did.
But you were like, I've been doing this.
Yeah.
You know? But what I did was mellow. You know, like you guys gave me a lot of smoke. For this. Like, it's pretty kosher. Like,
was there anything?
That's so good. You're right.
I'm
You're
serious.
absolutely right.
Was there any number that you turned down? Like any proposal to you?
We turn down things all the time, dude. And it wasn't like a numbers thing. It was more of like the product or kind of what they wanted to do or like the messaging behind something. And to me, honestly, like right now, I can't even think of one. But I just know that like things would. And Steve, you know, my agent, Astafin, and my mom and everybody, they knew my personality. So like the acts like Double Pisted Chesty wasn't out of the realm of like how I was acting those days. Like I never wore a shirt when I was like 17 to 19, 20. Like I never wore a shirt. So like I didn't care about being on camera without a shirt on, you know? Like now I'm like, whatever, you know, like it's not about that for me. But times have just changed, you know? But yeah, we said no to a lot of things just because it didn't really feel like it fit what we were doing. Even if they threw a ridiculous number out, like I'm not going to compromise. I'm not going to compromise what like I believe and like what I feel is like fun, you know? Like Axe was fun. Like that was a fun day. We got to film in San Clemente. Like they paid me all that, and then we got to do it at home. I was like, this doesn't get any easier, you know? Like
and you said you were 16, 17 right there?
No, I would have been like 18.
Okay.
18. We were still filming the show when that happened, so yeah, I was at 18.
Could you imagine, bro?
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, you are right about the TikTok and everything. And people are doing ridiculous stuff for not even that big of a bag.
No.
It's crazy now.
But hey, man, that is what it is.
I love it. I love it, dude.
I watch it and I'm like, all right.
But not everybody.
And nobody's giving them crap. And I'm like, man.
Yeah.
That's true. But not everybody's Ryan Sheckler.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
$1 million, dude. That's great deal. Good for you. And you had both. You had a couple of those deals.
Yeah, but it's all gone.
Was there anything crazy that you bought, like out of the blue, like extraordinary? I know on the show you had bought like an Escalade with cash or something, but I don't know if that was TV magic.
No, that was I did do that.
Damn.
You know, I think I bought a Ferrari with that money, and
wow.
I definitely put, you know, a substantial down payment on a home.
But
it wasn't all like things.
That's not crazy.
Yeah, I didn't buy like.
I think a Ferrari is crazy. Down payment on a home is smart.
Yeah, and like I had the house first, and then, you know, there was like, I don't know, things kept coming, and there was like money from every episode that we did, and there was just like the cash flow was just like kind of dope at that time, and so I was like, yeah, got a deal on a Ferrari and bought it, and I sold it 2 years later. But it was like I said, I think we talked about it before. It was all ego. I wanted to be seen in a Ferrari. Like now, I don't care.
Right.
Like I don't care, and I don't. I'd rather actually go completely unnoticed. You know, that's cool with me.
Yeah. Well, you've been in the limelight for so long. I could only imagine you want to go unnoticed.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's not like I want to hide. Like, I'm not trying to hide. I'm just not trying to be like super flamboyant and out there and like, yo, check me out. Like, check me out. Like, that's
you're always going to be noticed wherever you go. 100%. Just as a skateboarder and just having this show, we get noticed all the time.
Because everybody skateboards, bro.
That's
like,
true.
It's crazy how big the skateboarding community is. And I've always known how big it is. But like, you know, with social media, with this platform that you guys have created, which is incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course you guys are getting noticed.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
You already were before, but it's like now it's like, man, 9 clubs.
Oh, yeah. But I can only imagine because like sometimes you're not in the mood. You know what I mean? Like you want to go to Ralph's and, you know, when I open my car door, everybody rushes in. There's paparazzi. You know, it's crazy, right? Yeah, but you know what I mean, though? Sometimes you just don't want... But you want to wear your hoodie and you want to be low pro and just get your eggs and go home.
But you never know what that interaction means to somebody else. So even though you don't want to do it, your attitude and like that, your demeanor to someone coming up to you, to me, at the end of the day, they're a fan of what you're doing, of your art. So you got to give them respect.
Totally.
And I do that 100,000% because I agree with you.
You got to keep it on. You got to keep it on. Like just because of the simple fact of they walking away from that experience and then having something bad to say.
I've had experiences with people that have soured
Same.
it, and I learned that early on. I was like, I will never sour anybody's. If I will give them the time of day, I will walk across the street if somebody wanted to.
Always.
Yeah,
definitely.
You got to.
And we're not even. I mean, we're just a podcast. But listen, I want to talk about Street League.
Yeah.
You were in the Street League. You were back in business.
Yeah.
How did that feel, man?
Kind of back in business. You know, I flew out to Chicago to go watch the contest. I was just like sitting at home talking with my wife, and I was like, man, I want to go to Street League, not to skate. Like, obviously, I want to skate Street League, but I was like, I just want to go to Chicago this weekend. I'm going to go watch the contest. And she's like, yeah, go. I was like, that's why you're sick. Amongst many other reasons. But I was like, yeah, man, like, she gets it, bro. It's so dope. I got so blessed with my wife.
This is your passion, your love, man.
Of course, and she fully 100% understands it. And it's huge. But anyways, so I was gonna I'm like, I'm gonna make it a super quick trip. I'm gonna fly out Friday, fly home Sunday morning. Like, contest was Saturday. So I did. I flew out Friday night, and by the time I landed at like 10 o'clock Friday night, Manny had blown my phone up, and he was like, bro, someone got hurt again. Like, 2 people got hurt.
You brought your boards. I
brought my board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one? The 8 or the 9?
Okay. 8.5. So I brought my board, and they hit me up, and then a couple dudes from Street League hit me up, and they're like, hey, I know it's super last minute, you didn't get practice, but do you want to skate in the contest? And I was like, yeah, I do. I like blurted out, yeah, but I was super nervous, dude. I was immediately I was so psyched to eat food when I got to Chicago and got the call, and immediately not hungry, straight back into old school nerves that I hadn't competed in 4.5 years.
Was that
5
the
years.
last Street League that you have done that long ago?
Yeah, I don't even remember what my last contest was.
Damn, okay.
And so, yeah, they put me in there, and
you did well, dude.
I had fun.
Yeah.
You know, I had fun.
That's all that
I really
matters.
wanted to land a couple tricks at the end, you know, I just wanted to do some OG stuff, like full cab and then the half cab flip. I didn't have enough time to dial in anything, because I had also been in street skate mode where I've been.
You're filming this thing.
Well, I'm filming this thing, and I'm also at the very end of it, where the last 5 tricks that I had to do, that I needed for my part, I was taking a week at a time per trick and going to my park and just doing frontside flips on everything. That was it. That's all I would do for a week is frontside flips.
Because you're going to go to the spot,
and
with
then
the
I'm going to
bump
go to
over
Burbank.
Right.
And then and same with the tail drop kickflips. I was at my park for a week, and people thought I was crazy. I was just literally on the ledge, just tail drop kickflipping hundreds of times, you know? And I did that a lot. So even leading up to Street League, I had no real practice. I kind of just relied on what I knew.
But it was awesome to see you back up there, man. It was awesome to see you back in the building, you know what I mean?
It felt great, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? Landing that half cab flip at the end,
dude,
felt the last try, last attempt, felt so crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy good, you know, just and the love that I felt from, and shout out to every competitor there that made me feel super welcome. You know, to me, dude, sometimes I forget that I'm a professional skateboarder, or that I used to compete, you know, and I show up at places like this, and I feel almost uncomfortable, I don't belong here, and that's just a mental thing. I don't know what it really is, but then the dudes start talking to me, and then all of a sudden I'm I feel back in the vibe, back in the mix, you know, and I don't know, it felt really good. It felt really good, so I was stoked for that opportunity, and then you know, I got invited to go skate Street League in Australia. So
are we doing it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. How do you feel now? Because listen, the Olympics came and went, the whole thing. Are you interested in that at all? I mean, you are a competitor, man. You know, and here is an opportunity. You are only 33.
Yeah.
You still have juice in you.
I got juice for sure to do it. I really just had a blast filming this video part. And I really haven't had the time throughout my career to fully focus on street skating, and feels like it's borderlining a little late for some of the stuff I want to do, but I don't really think so. You know,
no, you're chilling, bro. 33, come on now.
Yeah,
I mean, just based on how you feel, but dude,
for sure,
you're chilling these days, bro.
That was just the shit he was doing in this video.
I know,
dude.
that's what I'm saying.
So
we're gonna get into that.
I'm having fun street skating. Do I want to compete? For sure. Do I want to win? Yeah, I want to win, but like, am I going to go into that torturous brain of mine and like that zone to like get that victory? I don't know. I don't even know how to really tap into that spot right now.
It's funny because like we do talk to the skaters who, male and female, who are in that running for the Olympics and all the stuff that they got to do to get in there. And it is kind of this torturous thing. They have to go to every contest. They have to be in this mindset and kind of put everything behind them and really focus on that, you know? So it is a thing. And for me, it's kind of hard to understand that because I'm like, oh, just go to this contest, compete. But it's really this mental thing.
It's completely mental. And it right now in this first year of my daughter's life, I feel so blessed to be where I'm at in skateboarding and the skateboarding that I've done and accomplished. I want to spend this first year in my daughter's like life completely.
That's dope.
And the fact that I'm actually able to do that is crazy because of skateboarding. I can actually do that and stay home. I could stay home for a year
and be content.
Like with my decision. Can I mentally do that? No, I got to keep moving, you know, like there's things I need clips.
We got the Sandlot video coming, dude.
We got the Sandlot, you know, so that's like already like, you know, when this project finished, I went dark because I had nothing that I was doing. And this had been for so long that I've been working on this project. And I think that's also why the tears came at the end of the tail drop kickflip when I was rolling away, because it was like the end of a project, but then also like the fear of like, oh, I don't have any structure right now. And I work very well with structure and like having a plan and having a game plan. So immediately I was just like started trying to film an ender for the next part.
Already an ender, not even a trick, but an ender.
I want something to get. I want something in the shoot that's like dope that I can be like, okay, this is gonna be the flavor of this part.
Yeah. When you get the last trick early on, that's a good.
I hear a lot of people try to do that too. Is just get the.
It either works or you get broke off.
Right.
Like, gotta
prolong the situation here.
Restructure, but
very true.
So I want to spend a year with my daughter.
So we're not worried about Olympic shit. We're not worried about anything. It would be nice, right?
It would be rad. Trust me. I would love to go compete really for America. Yeah, of course. I mean, I'd be stoked.
Right.
I would be stoked. You know, by the time 2028 comes around, I'm still not going to be that old.
Yeah, true,
you know?
true.
Up,
I mean, you're flying right now. We're going to be flying then too.
Yeah. So
you said 2028. So 2020. Yeah, 20. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. You know, I'm really trying to just be present. Like, if that opportunity arises where they're like, well, I already miss Rome, you know, and like some of these, I don't know how the getting invited works anymore. If it's like you just show up and get to skate, or you have to get invited, or like you got to qualify. Like, I know nothing about how nothing runs.
I think it's a lot of qualifying, right? Well, it's like you got to skate this and then do well. It's all points, right?
Yeah, it's all points. And then like, if you have usually you go with like the Team USA or whatever it is, and some people just go on their own, but you have to be, you know. It's like a whole different thing. It's a whole thing for sure.
It sounds like a headache, to be honest.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah. And the new talent coming out is jacked.
Bro. I watched Rome and was like, man, what happened, bro? On top of that, you know, the females are just insane. They're so good.
I think the women's stuff is actually way more fun to watch than the men's.
It's incredible, man. The progression is just insane. Like,
fast.
We're watching something special right now.
Yeah,
we're watching the actual progression.
Oh yeah,
like right in front of our eyes, and it's fucking beautiful, man.
100%.
It's so sick.
I see it, and I'm like, you know, we were just talking about it earlier today. You know, I was talking with Nija, and we're like, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if in 3 or 4 years, like, there's not a division of like a female and like male skate. Yeah. It's like everyone's gonna skate together because it got to that level. Who knows? But I'm just saying, it's like, it's gnarly.
I would love to see that, though. I would love to see that. I try to make the comparison too of like, remember in the early 90s. It was like this progression. The men's progression was going so fast. It was like, you know, Blind Video Days, then Plan B video, then Love Child. Then like the progression was just skyrocketing.
Totally.
And I feel like that's what we're watching with the women right now. We're
Yeah.
watching this like
You
in
can
real
see it.
time.
Yeah, yeah. You can
This,
watch
like,
it happen.
how it was 3 years ago
Yeah.
compared to like today.
Yeah.
And then next week it's going to be even bigger.
It's wild.
It's crazy, dude.
And they're
really
like,
rad to see.
they're doing these tricks on command. Kim front feeble, that girl Yumika, Kim front feeble. I'm like,
we got some stuff right here. And this was the finals in Rome right here. Killing it.
Bro, that
Levels, bro.
I love to see it, man. I'm so here for it.
and then Chloe doing the front side 50-50 kickflip out on a round bar.
Yeah, dude.
Perfect. And I was like,
she did that
wow.
real good.
Yeah, she's dope.
They're all sick, dude. And they're stoked. You can tell the stoke. There's a lot of celebration, but it's like it's totally
It's genuine.
totally
you can tell.
warranted for
Yeah.
sure.
And just the camaraderie between them all is
This might
awesome.
be it.
you
Yeah,
know?
look at that lock-in, bro. Like, so perfect. So sick.
That is a sketchy trick to try, dude.
On circle, like
Yeah.
front side, no thanks.
Yeah.
She got the cross lock going.
Yeah,
Chilling.
which is even not, and she's
Yeah.
in
Boom.
kickflip from the start.
She didn't even have to adjust.
Nah, it's crazy.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, it was rad.
So we'll see. We're going to spend the year with the fam, and we're going to be starting this new project.
Yep.
And then we'll just see what happens from there.
That's pretty much the goal.
Nice.
You know, that's the goal. And obviously, like, I stay very flexible for like things that come up and
You have to,
opportunities
right.
that come up. And so yeah, who knows what's gonna go on? I just know I definitely want to be present for my daughter's like first year, obviously her whole life. But I really feel and believe, and I can see the connection starting to happen.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I don't want to miss much. Like I can go for like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4-day trip, and then I'm like, I got to get home.
Totally.
And I get home and she's doing something crazy.
Yeah.
And she's laughing, and I'm like, oh, I missed it, you know? Like,
She's
dang
solving the
it.
Rubik's Cube.
I'm
It's like, oh my
dang
God,
it,
I got to
bro.
see that.
It's so
You're
it's
embracing.
wonderful.
You're embracing fatherhood.
Oh, I'm stoked. I'm stoked. We want kind of a squad.
Oh, you
There you
got
go.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How has that affected your skateboarding? And has it affected your skateboarding anyway?
No, bro. I had my kid and still like had the ender to finish for this part, and
Yeah.
like, you know, Abigail was like, I gotta finish this thing. She's like, yeah, just get it. And I was like, oh, well, all right, I will, you know. So to me, no, it's made me more like, I think a little bit more focused, you know, and like kind of maybe a little bit more picky on what I skate or what I'm doing. I'm still pretty reckless and just I'm living, bro. You know? I'm living, and my daughter's living. Like, I skate around the neighborhood with her, like holding on to her, and she loves it on the board. She loves the wind in her face, and
I remember doing that.
yeah,
You
it's
got the
dope.
first Father's Day, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, bro.
It's fun. That shirt's actually super dope.
Oh, you like the shirt.
The Lalaboo, bro. It's like a shirt. It's like a kangaroo pouch.
Oh, you just
shirt.
put him in there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a special shirt. I
Yeah,
thought you
bro.
were just saying, hey, that's a dope shirt.
No,
I was like, oh, what kind
it
is
is
it?
a dope shirt, but I was.
It's got a pouch.
Bro, I was scouring Amazon and
That's
looking for
really
dad
rad.
gear, and I found this because I wanted her to be here.
Yeah.
And I found this shirt,
Oops.
and ended up
look, it
putting
is.
it on and skating with her in it,
That's so sick.
rolling around. Let's not call it skating. You know, I don't want people freaking out. Clearly, I'm like,
Yeah. But this is
Bro,
it. They,
bro,
they,
this
they
shirt-
put you on their Instagram.
this shirt is dope. I know.
As they should.
I got stoked. I was stoked. That was sick.
Let's get a deal going. $1 million. Let's set the price. The price is that. Come on.
These
No.
guys just started.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like stoked. I was stoked to like. We ended up working together.
Rad.
Just out of like. It was like so weird. I bought this shirt, had it, was wearing it, holding my baby, going around the house, and was like so stoked, hands free. And then they reached out to my wife and was like, "Hey, do you think Ryan would want to wear one of these?" And she's like, "He's wearing it right now."
Wow.
And so it was like a super organic like
Amazing.
meeting of the minds, and then they just came to the skate park and took
Kicked
a
it.
couple photos, and it
Nice.
was dope.
What's
Beautiful,
the
man.
name of the brand?
Lalaboo Baby.
Lalaboo Baby. All
Lalaboo
right.
Yeah.
Baby. Shout out to Lalaboo Baby.
Big shout out.
It's
Hey,
just-
anything that kind of makes life easier, like you said, hands free, you know?
Bro, it was
Like,
so sick. I was like
Look at
so
that.
pumped on it. I don't know that guy. I don't know. He looks cool though.
Yeah. Good people.
Yeah.
Good people right there.
Yeah, but
it's a Lullaby community. You know what I mean?
It was dope, dude. It was one of those organic, things that I was talking about. Like we stay open.
Yeah, you got to.
And this baby market's crazy, dude. There's so many crazy. I keep telling my wife we have to figure out something to design in the baby world that gets picked up. And we'll be chilling for life.
And we're gonna take it to Shark Tank, dude.
We'll be chilling for life.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because a lot of new parents really get in that mindset because you're around it so much in those moments of and you're just like, well, what if we come up with this? And
from what I hear as well is because I watch Shark Tank a lot, and a lot of baby products come through there, and they always say the mom community on Facebook or wherever they hang out is crazy strong. When a product comes out, it just explodes because all the moms talk about it.
Well, we got no ideas, but we think if we could think of something, we'd be stoked.
No doubt.
How has sleeping been with the new baby?
It's been gnarly. Yeah. It's been gnarly. She the first 2 months were pretty hectic for sure. And then we got a month of dope, dude. She was almost 10 to 11 hours a night, and we were stoked, man. Almost a full month. And then we hit another regression, sleep regression is what they call it. Okay. And we're in that right now where she's basically back to a newborn, waking up every 2 hours. And
dude, sleeping
it's
10,
she
11
moves.
hours, bro.
Yeah, we got lucky.
That's amazing.
We got really lucky for about a month.
I had to chime in. I was like, wow, because when it gets to that, especially when they're young, you almost want to get up close to them and be like, wait, are you breathing?
Yeah.
You're 11 hours. Yeah.
Put a little mirror in front of them and you see the little condensation.
Well, bro, these baby monitors are gnarly now. They have their heartbeat and their heart rate and how much they're breathing.
Wait. How do are they wearing an Apple Watch? I don't understand.
It's called an Owlet.
Another product. Yeah.
I don't work with them.
$1 million.
I don't work with them. No, but it's like a little ankle wrap.
Oh,
keeps their heart.
Got them on an ankle monitor.
That's amazing.
But yeah, I mean, it takes away the guessing of
amazing.
If she's breathing or not breathing.
See, I didn't have that. I didn't have that, dude.
You would go check your little baby to see if
I didn't have the little mirror, but
you put my mirror fogged up.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
We got to talk about the Sandlot Times Woodward collaboration.
Yeah.
Because it's an interesting thing that they did over there. They took your skate park that you have here in San Clemente, right? And basically took pieces of it and put it there.
In a sense, we me and Mike Robke.
Woodward East, by the way.
Yeah, Woodward East. So we're calling it Sandlot East. Okay. And Sandlot East by Woodward, PA.
Woodward, PA.
The name's a little long, but you get it. It's in Pennsylvania. It's a Sandlot Park.
Yes.
And it's dope, dude. Sandlot, we got super lucky to obviously Woodward's been an incredible partnership, and we've been super stoked with them. And they had a building that was opening, and they didn't know what they wanted. They definitely wanted to build a skate park, but they didn't know what to do. And so we petitioned them to build a Sandlot Park.
Sick.
And they were super down, and I brought in Mike Robke, who built P-Rod's Park and Shane O'Neill's, and he's an incredible skate park builder. And so him and his team got hired and put on by Woodward to come do it. And bro, they built this thing in 2.5 months, something ridiculous, so fast and so perfect. And yeah.
So they took measurements of some of your obstacles there at the park, or how did they do it?
In a sense, me and Robke, just that was our job. Our job was to do that, and then he would send me CAD, kind of setups of parks, and I would look at other people's parks, and I'd look at my park, and then I'd look at Street League parks and some of X Games stuff, and I was just where I wanted to build a park that if P-Rod wanted to go to Woodward to go train, he could go there and actually practice what he was trying to do for a contest.
Because your park, I feel, is bigger. It's kind of X Games-ish, right?
X Games, Dutory, old, big transition kind of.
This is Street League-ish,
street style.
Style.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, they didn't really have one like that at all there.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
So there's a ton of new parks there this year. Even at, Woodward West in California, they added, 3 or 4 new parks. So Woodward as a whole got such a crazy facelift.
Dude.
for summer camp, and they did a lot with the cabins and like the plumbing and like they went in, you know.
Well, they're not doing any of the gymnastic stuff there anymore, I believe. I think they're just doing strictly skate.
Yeah.
Which would be like, BMX, skateboarding, scooter, like what all the wheel
right.
sports.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The wheel sports.
But it looks amazing.
It turned out great.
Clean. It looks fun. It doesn't look look intimidating.
No, it's just a park you can go in and you can skate for hours, skate a bunch of different stuff, not really get too sore, and the level's up to you. There's a couple spots in there that are like you can make them big, transition wise, and like that little bank to wall over there. But other than that, it just flows, and it flows really well.
When you were helping out with it, did you actually go out there, or did you? Oh, you went out there to see the the progression of it.
I did, and then we went out. This is still before camps open, so then we went out to get the first wheels on it. This is the first time anyone ever skated it.
Wow,
was all these clips right here.
Amazing.
So that was the first time we got to go, and it was dope being there when camp was not like in session. It's like it's a completely different feeling.
For
so
sure,
crazy.
I bet.
Yeah,
I'm wearing the same sweatshirt. This is the Sandlot. I might be wearing the same outfit.
You just came from there.
I might be wearing the same outfit, man.
Is that the whole new building, or is it just an old building like redone?
No, it's a old building redone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where I'm trying to think in my head where would it be at?
So right when you come down the hill, like off the main road to come into Woodward, where the big Woodward sign is, you come down. There's that like security desk right here. It's the first barn you see on the left.
Oh, it used to be the
It was like a gymnastics
spot. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's
That's
like
a big area, too.
9,000 square feet, something like that.
I've only been to Woodward West, and this was just recently I went there. I had never been to any Woodwards. The one I went to, the one to Tehachapi, and so. But this summer I'm going to go out to the East, so I can't wait. I'm going to go roll. I'm going to go put all four wheels down over there.
What week?
I don't even remember. I'll look it up after.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah,
August
something.
August 22nd.
22nd to the 26th.
I don't know what week that is.
I wonder, bro. I'm out there week 11.
We have to look into that.
Yeah,
Is Darren still out there running things? Remember Darren?
I do remember Darren.
Dude, he texted me the other day. He said that he loved the 9 Club. And I was like, what? Dude, I haven't talked to you in years.
Yeah, it's been a while, dude.
Yeah, he's
bro.
awesome, dude.
I'm not sure.
And then he must not.
Sick. Well, congrats on that. That's an amazing. I love that. I love that you had your hands on it. The Sandlot times X Wet Woodward. You know, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Love it.
It's just cool. It's just another way to like, just keep doing stuff. You know, like they got all the names for the park, Cloud9 and everything. I just wanted people to call park the Sandlot. You know, so like now that's turned into Sandlot. So it's not about selling boards. It's just about like a cool name for a skate park. Like,
I love it.
It's the Sandlot.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
and it looks.
it's
clean.
dope. It's
really
done very
clean,
well.
man.
It's done
It
very
looks
well.
really clean.
Yeah, you'll be stoked.
Another thing that we got to talk about too. Well, not only the Lifer video part that's dropping Friday. You guys are like creating a documentary around that, right?
In a sense, yeah.
Not a documentary about. It's about like filming the part and kind of.
It's about the obsession. It's about the obsession of skateboarding, but it's called Rolling Away.
Yes.
And so we have Lifer, which is the video part, and then Rolling Away, which is the documentary. And the documentary is really about a look inside, you know, myself, like Tony Hawk, Klay Thompson, like dudes that are obsessed with their craft and what lengths they're willing to go through to get that perfect trick, to get the rollaway, to get the perfect shot, whatever. It's really for anyone. It's like, what are you obsessed with enough to like break your body for, come back from an injury and continue to do it,
Right.
You know?
100%.
So it's just an inside look at like why skateboarders are so psycho.
I mean, just looking at. I mean, we're looking at a trailer right now for the documentary, but I mean, just the slams and what it takes to. I mean, we put our bodies through hell.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're. Well, I mean, there is a difference though. Skating stairs, even a manual pad, you're trying a trick for 6 hours. That is depleting on a body.
And you can get smoked.
100%.
Still.
100%.
You get smoked doing anything on a skateboard.
Yeah, you're just rolling, dude. You hit a rock, done.
Yeah. So we don't know when this is coming out, or do we have a date? They're still working on it.
I think they're still working on it. It'll be shortly following lifer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't think the same day, but it'll, like, I'm talking within a week or two.
Wow.
Yeah, rolling away. It's going to be good. I mean, just the trailer is incredible, man. They got a bunch of good people in there talking
everybody
about.
Involved looks
There's a double Chesty right there. You know what I'm saying? We all know what that bag was worth, man. Let's be honest here. But can we get into Lifer a little bit? I'd love to.
It's crazy because that's why it's so hard doing the, like,
what?
the rollout to this video part. Because, I mean, there's like 5 clips from the part in there, you know. And I'm
like gnarly tricks too.
I'm like, man, they want, you know. I obviously want to do the talking about the video part and the documentary.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But it's like hard to do because they both have, like, you know, we're already showing clips.
Right.
There's definitely clips in the rolling away, and
right.
Man, at the end of the day, it's not a secret, you know.
Right.
This is what I've been working on. Either way, it's gonna get seen.
Yeah.
And whether it gets piecemealed or, like, in its entirety, it is what it is.
Ryan, totally. I don't think that us showing a couple clips is going to thwart anybody from going over and watching your whole part, like, because, like,
it's a fully.
We got a an early viewing of it. Yeah. We got a couple clips here that we want to talk. Anything you want to talk about, for that matter. But it is great, and like I said, you still flying, you're still doing it, you're still putting your body through hell and back.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's what resonates as a skater. Just like, damn, man, you're still putting it down.
I'm doing what I can, you know, and what I can do right now is still, like, a lot. So I'm stoked.
Dude, when I watched it, I was like, okay, he's getting older. He's a dad now. He's married. Like, we'll see how his part is.
Soft.
You don't know. Like, and I was like, what? I wasn't surprised just because of that scenario. It was just, as a skateboarder, like, that was gnarly skating. Yeah. So congratulations on that, dude.
For sure. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Coming from you guys, dude, it's like, you know, it's crazy, dude. That's we do it because we love skateboarding. You know, at the end of the day, people might like it, people might hate it. I don't care. I know what it took to, like, do this and get it done, and what I put my body through, and just finishing it was an accomplishment. So I appreciate the good words, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Dude.
Thank you.
And I totally get where you're coming from, like, certain clips coming out, and it's like, you're like, dude, like, this is going to be in my part. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but dude, there's nothing sacred these days, unfortunately, because with the, you know, social media and just the content that's just coming out from, and again, going back to what you were saying about, you know, that spot, you know, where everybody was filming it. And it's like,
everybody's seen it.
you know what I mean? Like, but they haven't put it out, which is super rad.
Dude, it's
Especially
respect.
now.
That's at South County, you know, like that's Encinitas, and, you know, I'm not from too far away from there, and I spent a lot of time down south, and, you know, it felt like a community when I was doing it. Like, I felt stoked that, like, the people were there. I needed that energy, you know?
Sure.
Nobody was sitting there yelling at you, get down from there, I'm going to call the police, you know?
And I ended up blowing out both of my shoes.
Oh, seriously?
Which was crazy. I blew out the toe box on my left shoe.
How?
And then
what do you mean?
just from, like,
Pressure, probably running down the thing, right?
Running down the thing, and then it would,
sliding?
like, it would catch, but then also the pressure immediately of, like, pushing all the pressure into it would, like, started splitting it.
Oh, damn.
So I ended up blowing out both of my shoes, and I was, like, sitting there, and it was, like, after, like, 8 or 9 tries, and I was so, like, I was ready to give up, and I just started breathing, and I was just chilling. And then I realized I didn't bring an extra pair of shoes, because I was like, why would I bring an extra pair of shoes? Like, and then I was like, does anyone have super glue? I just yelled it, like, from where I was at across the street, and this kid's like, I got super glue.
Wow.
Who carries around super glue?
So random.
And he ran over, and I, like, used his whole, it was brand new, and I, like, used all of it and got it all dialed in. He's like, keep it, man. I was like, but bro, that kid that had the super glue made that trick happen that day. And I don't know his name, but, like, whoever,
shout out to the kid with the super glue.
Whoever gave me the super glue, like, you seriously changed my mental and, like, allowed me to get more tries. And, like, that is the beauty of skating, and, like, that is the dopest part about sometimes doing these tricks where, like, you know, the public can be there and support you. And, like, dude, without that super glue, that trick was not getting done.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
So rad.
So I needed my, like, community to help me.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sheriff Dave again, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Sheriff Dave, man.
There you go. I want to talk about this trick because it also, you know, you're out there. This spot is in Miami, I believe. And it is the craziest because, like, you start off with a slam. And I just want to talk about it really quickly because, like, it is probably we'll just play it real quick. this one. It's raining.
Yeah.
And you tried to pop shove it 50?
I was like,
And like that's got to be the worst trick.
I know, man.
To try on a slick ass ledge.
That's perfect for that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I had already landed it.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so like I had landed that before, and I was just like not super stoked for some reason, even though it was like perfect. And David had just gone up to do nose blunt, and he had nose blunted it while it was raining.
Wow, that is sketchy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He nose blunted it, dude, and it was so sick. And so I tried to get his back because I knew that this was the clip I was gonna we wanted to put doubles in the part. But yeah, I ended up.
It is the worst.
Yeah, right there. I knew
the moment,
I
bro.
knew it.
It's
I
the
knew it.
scariest blackout moment. And
I mean,
I actually thought I was gonna get knocked out.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because I was so far over the edge.
I mean, you're literally upside down right now.
I'm just trying to hold my head up because I knew it was coming.
Yeah. Oh,
And
but
somehow I missed it.
yeah, your shoulder took that
to the
impact. Bro.
shoulder.
Somehow I missed it.
But I was just like, it's raining. It's a slick ledge. You know, it's a painted ledge. So
Yeah.
obviously, if you get four wheels on top of there, that you are gone.
It's going,
which
yeah.
happened.
It's just such an OG Miami spot.
It
you
really
know?
is.
And like Pop Shove at 50 is like super random and probably pretty easy, but like, dude, it felt good. And I was like, man, I'm putting this in the part. It felt good.
No
I
doubt.
love that. I love that.
wait, so you did it? Is it the same day or before or after?
No, the one I landed was like 5 minutes before it started raining.
Oh, okay.
And then I was trying Pop Shove at nose grind, and I just stopped trying it. And I was like, I'll just get another Pop Shove at 50, try to get David's back, and then I got smoked.
Yeah, so he did it in the rain too, which is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
He did it so good.
Oh, I love this one. This is a good one too. And I'm sure a lot of these tricks have a story behind it as well.
Depends on which one.
This back three.
God, dude,
This is amazing.
Why you say, oh God?
because it took forever.
Really? This is a beautiful back
Took
three,
forever,
by the way. Beautiful.
and it was cold, and I couldn't get used to that carve
That
right
angle
there.
that,
Right.
Yeah.
Got to go between those
You
pillars.
it's like such a weird, awkward angle. But to get a trick at this spot that I've like looked at my whole life and always wanted to do something here, and then finally get there, and 360 was still back three was still open. I couldn't believe it. But I understood why it was open after I started.
That carved through the little pillars there.
Yeah.
Was it the same day that David skated it too?
He did try to skate it that day, but that wasn't the day he made it. We went back.
What did he do
Where
on
is
it?
this? I'm sorry.
Tray flip.
Tray flip.
That's in Denver.
In Denver. Okay.
Yeah. We're outside of Denver, but yeah, Colorado.
Okay.
I was stoked on
Dude,
that.
that's a good. It looks. I mean, you floated that thing.
So the idea was back three
Lovely.
kickflip. Like we went there. We went there with that in mind.
Okay.
And once I started trying back three, I was like, there was no way. Like,
Just with because of the angle.
It's with the torque of the angle. It's not your standard like where you can just like whip into it. You have to do like two
I
part.
can see that.
Yeah, it's like a little.
Did you even get a chance to try it?
I tried one and
Yeah.
just like I was like, nope.
Yep.
I could see that. Damn, that was so good.
Maybe for the Sandlot part.
There you
Hey,
go.
there we go.
That looks even like a awkward thing just to ollie. I mean, maybe not for you.
No,
but
it's awkward. The whole thing, it looks so sick. And then when you get there, you're like, oh man, okay, actually, this is why it is what it is. And it's real harsh. Like the rolling's harsh to the ground, the takeoff's harsh. It's very like.
with the ground, it looks like it's pretty. Like I don't know, it's not rough, but it's not.
It's not the
smooth.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's good. It's dope, dude. Like the spot's iconic and it's been there forever, and people are still getting clips on it. So I was stoked.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll like tease some stuff because like we don't want to like give away the whole part, but like, I mean, this is a great photo here by Tim Aguilar. Let's see here, which one was? It was oh, this one right here. It's a great photo, man.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. Don't play that one.
The backside flip. Man, that's a great spot, dude.
Yeah, bro.
That spot looks insane. It doesn't look great.
No, but I'm saying, but
That spot.
homie did a back front three over it or
Front
back.
three,
yeah.
back-
gnarly
Yeah.
front three, yeah.
front three, bro. Wooten.
and he's-
Jake Wooten.
Jake Wooten.
Bro, I was there for one of the times he was trying that, and it was crazy to see. He's got the most insane frontside three. But
And he just goes for stuff. He doesn't give
Oh,
a
yeah.
rat's ass about anything.
No.
He just goes up and tries it.
no, he's gnarly. This one took 80 80 something tries.
Do you know it because of how many clips on the camera?
Yeah.
Damn.
I didn't walk, dude. I couldn't walk after that for like 3 days.
We bunging into that thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of bungees in your part. I saw a lot of bungee clips.
I love.
It's better than pushing.
No,
because that'll get your legs, bro. Like you pushing
you
towards something like that.
Really push into this. I mean, you can call them pro. People have, but like the speed I wanted and like the look of how I wanted it to be was like I needed more speed than I could get from like. You'd have to set up, I don't know, 6-7 sheets of plywood to be able to run and then throw down. It's like,
yeah.
That's a good I was never good at backside flips, but I love a good backside flip in the morning, man. And that was a good one.
I think it looks hard to
thing beautifully too.
It looks hard to skate, man.
It's so hard. It's like backside flipping off a transition, but then having to like, I don't know, that I had problems with this.
Yeah, I mean, 80 something tries. That's it. All in one day, or you went back a couple times?
No, one day.
What?
Get him.
Damn.
I'll just, because I had the back 3 over this. That was for.
That's right.
It was definitely for the video part, but then X Games wanted entry for the street thing they were doing while COVID was going on, and I didn't want to give it up because I didn't want to go back and skate it again. And then I was like, we can get another back 3, and I think you can backside flip it. The actual idea was to backside 360 kickflip this one too. We didn't end up getting one for the part because we tried them at all the most ridiculous spots. And the first time I tried to get a back 3 kickflip for the part, I snapped my ACL. So we're like, Trick's a little curse for this video. We'll get one for the next one.
There you go.
Damn.
I know.
By the way, here's Jake Wooten's
Front 3.
Front 3.
Perf.
The way that he tweaks a front 3 is insane.
Crazy, bro.
I literally don't understand it.
He's an amazing skateboarder, bro.
He doesn't even wind up.
Look at that.
Wow,
Look at this.
God, dude.
He does
And the
different.
landing, dude.
No.
So you wanted to do a back 3
Kiki.
kick flip. Oh my god.
Dude, you know you had a lot in this part for the rolling the windows up? That must... A few spots.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know, man. It is what it is. I'm like super stoked that this thing is done.
Yeah. It's phenomenal, man.
Really.
It's phenomenal. I know we don't want to give too much away, but another one, we do have the photo here, and maybe if you want, we could play the clip, but I got to show the photo too because it's a phenomenal photo. Is the frontside flip.
Oh, we gotta leave that because it has some.
Bro.
It's got spice at the end of it too. Like that. That straight reminded me of like just being a skateboarder. I landed it, and I told Ira that if I landed it, that I was gonna turn around. I was gonna just push up to the top and turn around, and I'm gonna try to ollie back in. And he's like, "Well, you should like try one first." I'm like, "I'm not trying it. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna eyeball
You're in
it."
the moment,
I
dude.
never even like speed checked it once, and I landed this and like immediately was like, yes. And then I was like, oh no. And I just kept skating. And then I was like, okay, this has to be far enough. And then took like 2 extra pushes. It's like, this is definitely far enough. And I started pushing. And right when I got to take off at the ollie, I knew it wasn't fast enough. And I knew how jacked up the takeoff was where I was at. So like I scoped the like pocket of it. And I was like, yeah, maybe the pocket will be good. But the asphalt, bro, was like 120 degrees, and it was like soft. And I missed it and hit it, and I went straight to my shoulder, elbow, and head, and like smacked my head so hard. But had so much adrenaline that like I didn't really like, it didn't phase me. I just kind of ran to everybody and was like, ah. And that didn't like click in until I was like an hour and a half from home, and I got super dizzy, dude. And like, and I was driving, and I was like, this is kind of gnarly, and got home, and so we can't play that because it has too many.
Dude, that ending though, I mean, you literally eat complete. You probably got more hurt.
Oh, way more hurt. That
trying to ollie back in.
Oh, for sure.
Has anybody ollie back into that thing?
Yeah, Pedro did.
Pedro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did the frontside flip take you a long time?
Yeah.
Well, there's a shot in there where you just are flying through the air sideways.
Oh, yeah. This took 3 different trips, dude, to Burbank. The initial first try was before I got surgery
on the knee.
So I tried to get the tail drop kickflip and this while I had a torn ACL, and then it was like, all right, it's over, man. Like I got to get surgery. And then we went back. They had put the fence back up. Somehow the fence got cut again, and
somehow
it's weird how that happens. It's really bizarre.
It just opened
we'll
up.
Never figure it out. It's like Moses parting the sea.
Yeah.
Man.
It just opened up, and then I didn't get it that time, and then I was super pissed and bummed that they were gonna like put the fence back. So I went back within like a 2-week period and got it. But it's deep in Burbank, and I'm like down in San Clemente. So every time I went that I didn't land it was like
it's a mission.
That drive home. Man,
the worst.
I felt bad for my passengers.
It's good. It's a good clip though, and especially
it really
just it's great. It's a good part. How about can we play the clip of the kickflip into the ditch off the thin little wall?
Oh yeah,
that's
the
a
rally
good one.
spot,
bro. I like the little drone shot too on that one. That one's cool.
That was just a straight homage to rally.
Love that. But just riding on that little pathway is insane.
Yeah, that was probably the scariest part of it.
I mean, look at that. Your wheels.
It's no, like if I had a 9, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
I mean, if you clip on it, you're
Yeah.
toast. You know. What
That one
did
felt
Rolly
good.
do on that?
He just
ollied
ollied
into it.
Yeah, he ollied into it
Do you talk to Rolly often or
all the time, dude.
really?
Yeah,
You guys are good buds,
all
huh?
the time. Yeah.
Sick.
He came to the tail drop kickflip. He was there. He filmed an angle of it.
I love that.
Yeah.
He is such a great dude, man.
He's just a skater,
really
bro.
He is such a great, and he just came out with part 2.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That was sick. I was at that premiere. It was dope.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you having a premiere for this?
Yeah, we are in LA. Or
Westwood?
here. Yeah, Westwood.
At the Bruin?
At the Bruin.
Oh wow.
Damn.
That's where they have all the premieres, man. What did they have something else at the Bruin? I think they had like a Baker premiere there or something, or a girl premiere. The Bruin.
Transworld premiere was there.
Oh, it could be a
I
Transworld.
think that was the last one with Joe.
I'm gonna try to make that, man. Can I get a ticket?
Y'all are invited.
Tight.
It's on that day, on that Friday.
It's on the 27th.
Okay.
Yeah, 27th. So it's on a Thursday, and then the part comes out via the internet's on Friday.
Okay.
Is there anything that you want to talk about from this part? Listen, we want people to go watch it. Obviously, we're just giving little tidbits, little photos.
Yeah,
and
we
stuff
ain't gonna
like
give
that.
no more.
Yeah.
That's enough.
I don't know, man. We're gonna play the whole part right now,
I'm out of here.
dude. Congrats, though.
Thanks.
You
Yeah.
did a phenomenal job on it,
Definitely.
and I think just from what everybody's gonna go watch it, no matter, regardless. Even if we played the shit full screen, everybody would go watch it because the music, everything about it, the way
Song,
that
I love how the song turned out.
did you pick the
dude.
song? What was the deal
I did,
behind
David.
that?
Well, I didn't. Okay, so I didn't find the song. I approved the song, but
Okay.
we got into David Rees. Clearly, I've talked about David a lot. Love David, and he's very invested into my skateboarding, man, which is like such a blessing for me because I really take to heart what he thinks about skateboarding. He knows what I'm capable of. David was a huge help with getting this project done for me.
Sick. Nice.
He just motivates me, bro. He's like one of the strongest human beings I know. And he started sending me songs, and he's like, your part has to have a feeling. It has to bring up emotion when people are watching it.
Dude, thank you. Yes, 100%.
And I agree. And like we had
Yes.
been talking about it, and I'm like, Dave, I don't know that I have a song that I can like even think about. I'm like, can you help me? And he's like, I will help you. And so he just on his long road trips to Denver and back, and wherever he was going, he would just listen to songs, and he would just send me songs. He kept sending them, and then he sent that one. And I was like, oh yeah, this has a feeling.
Got a vibe.
You know, this has a full-blown feeling, and I like it. And then we agreed on it, and it was good to go, and we got the rights, and everything went smooth. And now it is what it is. So we'll see.
So, David picked Ira edited the whole part too.
Yeah, Ira and Colin.
Ira, Colin.
Yeah.
Sick, man. You did a great job,
Definitely,
dude.
bro.
Like I
just had a great squad to help me, dude. And like Red Bull, obviously, like helping me, like, and paying to go on trips and like get the thing done, being patient with me with my injury, and then being patient, super patient with me with having a kid, and like honestly, like not bugging me. Like my deadline was before I had my kid, but I couldn't really focus at that like 10-day mark before my baby was born, and I was like, guys, I don't even know who I am right now. Like, I can't do this.
You're scattered, dude. It's too much.
So they gave me an extra like 2 months, you know?
Yeah.
And it worked perfectly. And now it's gonna be a summer release, and like it's a good vibe. It's like it was perfect. It was perfect. But I couldn't have done it without everybody that was involved. And yeah, bro, Ira stuck through thick and thin with me on this whole project. And it was there was some thin parts where we were just like, man, I don't know if this is gonna happen.
Okay.
You know? Like, I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know.
I think the filmer, the photographer, the people that are around you, I mean, they're just as much invested in it as you, and they are they're the unsung heroes a lot of the time in skateboarding.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
And
for me, it's like
they deserve everything as well.
If I could just go on trips with Ira, Tim Aguilar, David Reyes, and Manny Santiago
There's your
for
crew.
the rest of my life, and Wyatt, bro, I'd be like,
Yeah.
we would get so much done because that crew just works. It just works together. Film, video, boom, like done. Everybody, but man, there's so many other, like Bobby Bills has clips, Colin has clips, gotta Rally filmed a clip, like
It's a group.
Did you go out to Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
There's some clips there look gnarly, like the half cab in.
Yeah, that spot's crazy. That spot's crazy, and it doesn't seem like it's that gnarly, but it's like, it was super gnarly. Half cab was like all I could do there. Which was like,
What else has been done there?
Manny kick flipped it.
Kickflip, yeah.
Ooh, I do remember that.
It's like a soccer on a soccer field, right?
Yeah. Into a bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That's some good stuff. So what do you think about the Sandlot Times video? Are we putting a deadline on that for like maybe a year, or are you just kind of going to see what you got over a little bit of time?
Yeah, so right now we have nothing.
It's a great starting point, though. It's a great starting point.
So right now we just
Clean
have
canvas.
Yeah, hopes and a dream. Manny just got back from Rome, and so we're gonna link up here real soon, and we're just gonna start talking about what we think the vibe is gonna be, and whether it's whether what it is. We don't know what it is yet, but we do know that is my next project that comes out with street skating will be for Sandlot.
Right.
Any idea for filmers?
I mean, I would love to have Ira.
Right.
I would love to have Ira. I don't know if we can afford it. I might have to catch him on some off times where he's just doing it passion play. But my filmer Mike Custodio, also business partner, like clearly he'd be down to film.
Yeah.
And,
He's awesome.
we might just do it like super fun homie style like that, and just film skating and like have it be dope.
Yeah.
Have it be what it is.
Do you think this last part that you just put out, is that your favorite part that you've put out so far in your career? Or what stands out the most? Because that one sounds like you got married, you had a kid, and
it's my most important part.
Yeah.
It's my most important part for sure.
3 years in the making.
Yeah, 3 years in the making, almost 2 years of actual skating for it, like getting to really choose the spots I wanted to go to, having tricks in mind, like really just being structured with like the attack of the part, and then just how I felt. I felt like it's complete, and I say that loosely because you all know how it goes. It's like, yeah, the part's done because it reached a deadline. It's not done because I'm like, it's not done.
Yeah.
This one just reached its end point.
Sure.
So the next
Every part
one
does.
Yeah, the next one picks up, and but yeah, as of right now, even some of the stuff I did in there, yeah, I'm like super proud of.
You should be, yeah. It's good.
Definitely, bro.
Yeah.
Would you ever, or maybe had you ever thought about skating? It's done now, but had you ever thought about skating the car wash bank up on Sunset?
I always did, man. I always did, and I just never found myself there in the right circumstance.
I feel like that is a spot you would entertain. It's gnarly.
Yeah, it is gnarly.
Only
for sure.
a couple people have touched it.
I remember staying down there for like X Games, and we would skate around the street, and we skated over to it, and I've like stood not up on the roof, but I've stood up on the top of the bank and like looked at it and tried to think of tricks, and like kickflip would be sick, and I thought about some stuff, but then like stuff started getting done, it like became a thing, and then I don't know. I just never really like. I never found myself there at the right place, right time. With it was always kind of just passing by.
Just finding that right trick, like you're saying. Like,
yeah.
I mean, what
would you do?
What would you?
I feel like most people that have skated are goofy footers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, back three, kick flip, ollie.
Yeah, that's
pretty much.
It's all, but it's like you have the goofy. You have like the right way of the front side into it, right?
Yeah.
For you,
front side flip would be.
Well, kick. No. I mean, he does like front side flip would be going fakey.
I know, right?
Like
Switch.
Psycho. Like, what would you even want to do?
What would you do?
Off the top of my mind, like a pop shove it would be sick.
Woo! Because you would have to go over.
Yeah.
You'd have to over rotate.
But you would
it.
catch it anyway. You were already going.
Yeah,
you were already going.
That would be really dope for sure.
And you could maybe angle the runway because you could.
You can almost kind of cheat that too, where like you could pop it and like kick it out and still be able to run straight down, and like the one you caught, you could just barely tweak and get in there.
Yeah,
it's not the safest, but it would also look really dope if you did it right.
It would look sick.
Definitely.
It's just a classic pop shove it, you know. Like if you can find a spot where you can just do a pop shove it that lives, that's crazy.
Honestly, I would
for sure.
There's a lot of times too where it depends on the spot. I'd rather see a pop shove it than like a kickflip shove it or a varial. You know what I mean?
For sure. I mean, you just gotta like, dude. For me, skateboarding
depends on how it's done.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. For me, like, what do I think would be like between a varial flip and a pop shove it? I would probably go with pop shove it just to be like,
dude.
Just
pop shove it would be good. I could see that going down there. But this is we got to watch the little Alex Midler back three. Gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
I heard that was the first time he touched his wheels to it too.
Probably. He's crazy.
Yeah. You have. I mean, you're not skating that for too long, right?
No, you only got so many tries on that, bro.
Can you imagine you doing actually? It just sounds crazy too, but like going fakey front half cab.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That could work.
That would work.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But
or just half cab like the hard.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see that too.
I would have a hard time watching anyone skate it. I feel like
in person.
It's just like I don't know. But unless you like, I mean, you're comfortable. I don't know. What Milton Martinez broke his leg on it. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of crazy. More crazy stuff can happen on that than actual making it. So if that makes any sense.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Is it not skatable anymore?
They put a steel like fence around it.
Oh, like into the ground steel?
Yeah. Like a metal kind of handrail that kind of goes around it. Yeah, like a fence type. But it's like a handrail. People, I don't know how to explain it. Maybe we could find oh, here we go. This is it.
Oh, it can get chopped out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
By just some random person, right?
I mean,
you just come and take that little bar out.
I know some random people.
We all know some randos.
Oh, that's crazy though.
Yeah.
I mean, enough people were skating it to do that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, anyone getting on top of a roof, people are gonna be like, "What's going on? We need to stop this."
I mean, it's on one of the busiest streets in Los Angeles, and cops are just up and down that thing
just
every 5 minutes.
Yeah, just over it.
Oh, damn, dude. We got the Sandlot Times video, which we don't know. We'll figure it out when we're going to put that out, but we're going to start filming for it. As you said, like it's going, like we are continuing on.
Yes, we're moving forward.
We got the Sandlot Times, Woodward, Pennsylvania,
Yep.
which we're going to go see pretty soon. What else is going on, man? Is there anything that we don't know about that's going on in Sheckler's life that we should, I mean...
Not really, man.
Yeah?
I'm like...
just enjoying it, huh?
Yeah, I'm just alive.
Hey, that's beautiful, man.
I'm just alive.
I love it.
I love it. Being a dad, skating, trying to golf.
How's that going,
whenever
man?
I can.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You like it?
I love golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Something
obsessed.
about it, huh?
It's crazy, bro. I mean, I'm new to it, so it's like the obsession's starting to become like real.
Oh, welcome.
Where
Welcome.
you've been in it for a while. I mean, you have a golf tournament and everything,
Yeah.
so it's pretty amazing to kind of that parallel of like
The parallel's so real.
it's crazy.
Between like trying to land a trick and trying to hit a good golf shot. Some people understand it. Some people don't get it. They'll think I'm crazy. But like,
No, you're not.
once you start getting into it, it's like golfing reminds me of like manual tricks, where it's just like has to be
precise.
It has to be precise. You touch the tail, you're spraying. You touch the nose, the
Right.
other way. It's like putting is the same thing. It's like the flip in. It's got to be perfect, you know. Like, man, I start nerding out on this. People are like, what are you skating golf?
It's so
it's
real,
100%. Like, it's the mentality of like what it feels like, and then you hit a perfect shot, and you're like, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
It feels so good.
That could be just one the whole day.
Now I'm like, did you see that?
Yeah.
No, you missed it. Dang.
I mean,
got
you
a hole, a hole in one?
Nah, no hole in ones.
No.
Nope, not yet.
And you've been golfing for how long?
I've been like goofing around for 17 years golfing, but like the last 4 years I've like turned into like obsessed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So cool.
And you do, because you do some golf stuff with your the Sheckler Foundation and stuff like that.
We do a golf tournament, and then I've been doing some like pro-am golf tournaments. I did one in Florida with Omega watches, which was super dope, and getting to meet some dope golfers. And then like I've known Ricky Fowler for, I don't know, 10, 15 years almost now, and
he's a big time
he's
golfer.
super big.
he's the guy, man.
Definitely.
But he's also like action sports guy. Like he was a dirt biker, and just like transferred into golf, and is incredible. But also just like one of the boys like would come sit here and talk like he knows what's going on in action sports and skate, and
That's so sad.
it's rad, dude. Like skateboarding transcends everything, you know. Like everyone kind of knows about skateboarding.
Sure.
Wherever you go,
Yeah.
or at least they know how hard it is.
I feel like a lot of times too, a lot of people have skated once before. Like, I used to skate, you know, I got hurt too much.
For sure.
You know,
It's come
there's
across
always
their
that.
path at one.
For sure.
Yeah.
One point or another.
For sure. Also, one thing I wanted to ask you too, did you had to have seen it, but the Rees G did the cartoon of the kick flipping over at Costco.
Yeah.
How amazing was that?
Pretty dope.
Dude, that was so sick. He's so talented. He
really is, man.
He does a bunch of cartoons from the
It
Nine
was
Club
rad.
shit. Yeah.
It was very rad. Yeah.
Yeah, he killed it with that,
I was
dude.
honored.
I can't believe you kickflipped that thing, dude. That is it's the stupidest. It's not even a gap. It's
I still think about it, dude. I think about it all the time, and I'm like, man, I don't really know.
There was Raj.
I don't know what I'm thinking. what I was thinking that day, you know?
Because here we go. Yeah, you really go there, and you would never even think that's like, oh, you can come that way and skate it. Like, no, it's like way up there.
No, it was crazy. It was a crazy day. It was a crazy night before. I think we talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. But it's still
I wasn't all in my right mind, you know. I think if I would have been like real, like woke up real sober, like there's no way I would have gone there. I was feeling a little crazy.
We talked. We talked about the kid running and jumping off.
Yeah.
That was real.
Yeah.
real.
I told because someone was like, "Does that really happen?" And I was like, I looked it up and found it somehow.
Yeah.
Did that kid reach out to you?
No.
Okay.
And if he did, I'm sorry. I never saw it. But
You never saw the video?
no. I never saw him reach out.
It's like that video.
No, I can't watch people breaking ankles, man, or knees, or.
even a crazy slam. It's hard, dude.
I don't mind like the board hitting people in the face, or like like a tumble. But like the second I see that ankle roll, I've just had too many injuries, bro. I can't stomach it.
Damn,
Yeah,
I know,
that's a
me
lot.
too.
It just sucks.
You remember like Welcome to Hell?
Yeah.
The falling section at the end.
Yeah, that ankle roll.
Yeah, there's so many. There's there's
I was like, nar.
I can't watch shit like that anymore.
When you were drinking a lot, were you working out at that point?
Yeah.
Or you were?
Yeah.
So you were, okay.
So I was still skating and still training.
Right. Because we had talked about the clear-headedness.
Yeah.
And that's
No, so I was
interesting.
still like trying. I still needed an outlet to like. I just was like crazier.
Yeah.
I was just crazier, and like the noise was so loud that like I needed to still work out, and obviously I skated, and I mean the fact that I was so active, which is like not recommended, obviously, and it's not an excuse, but like it's probably the one reason that my liver like didn't completely erode and like fail, was because I was actually not allowing it to sit in my system and just like sit there for too long. I was sweating it out.
Right.
But like, not recommended, and it doesn't work. It didn't, and it worked for a little bit, and it doesn't work.
Sure.
For me, it didn't work.
Sure. I was just curious because you were talking about the clear-headedness, and that I have started a routine now of like working out, doing some core stuff, doing little weight stuff, the bike and everything.
Yeah.
Hot shower, finished off with a cold shower. I don't have a plunge. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not going to fill up my bathtub every goddamn day, but just by doing this stuff, and I'm not a big drinker either, so man, I am feeling the clear-headedness of just getting the body going, breaking that sweat, getting that cold shower, like eating properly also.
For sure.
Like I'm feeling
It works.
more clear-mindedness than I ever have.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, that's good, dude. I'm stoked for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, because it's like, that is the game changer. It is the game changer. And like, you know, it was kind of taboo for a while in skateboarding. When I was 16, 17, 18, and I was doing that, people were like laughing at me. Like, you train, you're a skater, man. Like, I'm like, yeah, but I want to skate longer. Like, I want to skate longer. I understood the, like, importance of, like, longevity. And now everyone has a trainer and a coach.
Yeah, for sure. Because here's the thing: is like it's
so hypocritical, man. I've took the brunt of all of it for so many years, dude. No
doubt, bro.
And now it's like it's so normal, but it's fine. You know, I'm happy.
But it's also measurable too. I mean, when you start doing it, you can
see it.
You can see it. You can feel it.
Yeah,
you know. 100%. And I'm not saying that I'm going crazy with working out and doing all this stuff, but I'm starting the journey because, like, you know, we're getting older too, and like. For me, I just want to be healthy. You know, I want to be able to, and the clear mind has come with it. So it's actually turning into, I wouldn't say an addiction at this point.
It will be.
I can see the allure of like, wow, I feel great. My mind is clear.
The first month is the hardest.
And this is where we're at right now. It's the first month.
If you can make it through the first month and you like still have that drive, it's game over. You'll train for the rest of your life.
Oh, dude. And I'm doing the home shit. Like, I'm not going to a gym. I'm not doing everything. I got the Peloton bike, you know, and some of these trainers, they're trying to kill me. I know it for sure. Like, they are trying to kill me.
Peloton's gnarly. I've never done it, but I watched my mom do some classes. I'm like, that is not for me, man.
It sucks. But I'm telling you, it is a part of, and then they have like classes for the core and the weight. I mean, dude, I'm feeling it.
Results.
And the results.
Yeah.
It's measurable.
Yeah.
Is this the first time you've ever done something like that?
Remember when Nick Dompierre was on the show and we were trying to do some little things like that, but this is the first
Nick's
time.
A savage, bro.
I
mean,
dude.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so happy for Nick, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so happy for him, and that dude's a perfect example of like what a proper healthy transition, like kind of out of skateboarding into something that's super positive looks like, you know. And Nick's story is gnarly. I'm sure you guys know, obviously.
We talked about it.
Yeah, his story is gnarly, and to see him where he's at and the relationship that he's in, and like what he's doing in these like CrossFit games and how he's training, bro. So stoked for him, and he's always been such a good friend, dude. To see him where he's at right now, healthy, happy. So stoked.
If you saw a side-by-side picture of him in his days and him now, it was a completely different person. It's night and day.
We used to travel together, and like we were on some same teams. And
what did you guys ride for?
I think we rode for Volcom together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was a partier, man. He was a man. But I don't know. I love it, and I don't know. I'm stoked on the thing that I'm doing right now, and it just hit me when you said the clear-headedness, and I'm like, damn, I'm really experiencing that right now.
Yeah.
It's come to the point too where it's like no coffee in the morning. I'm using the Huberman stuff too. No coffee, no phone in the morning. Open up the blinds, get the sun in your eyes. You know,
I follow a lot of his stuff too.
It helps. It really, really works.
Yeah,
dude. Is this it, Ryan? Are we out of here? Is this? I mean,
listen. Until next time, I guess
you can come back anytime.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
There's always stuff we could talk about. You already know.
No, I know, and I enjoy it in here, man. I really do. You know, I don't do a lot of podcasts, and I jump at the opportunity to be in here, and this is dope. And you guys always come correct and like support skateboarding, and you guys are on the beat of what's going down, and. To be included in your program is an honor, bro. Again, man, I got 2. I feel
Oh,
feel
dude,
blessed.
it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Man.
8, 9.
You could always
10,
come
dude.
back, yeah.
You let me know, man.
Another part, another thing. I mean, listen, when you win that gold medal at the Olympics 2028, man, we're going to hang it right here. It's going down
If
right
I
there.
win that, I'll leave it in here, man. It's gonna be ridiculous.
It's going to go right in
Let's go.
between the Sandlot and the Woodward. There we go,
Yeah, we'll
right there.
Start manifesting now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be crazy, bro.
I don't know, man. How did you feel about the Olympics when it first started to get talked about and everything? Like, because everybody's got this different opinion of it, right?
I mean,
It's
honestly, dude, I thought, well, it's about time. And for me, I felt like, where was this 6 years ago?
when you were
when I was firing,
Right.
bro? Like, man, like, come on. And
timing,
I
bro.
actually
You
got,
missed
I actually got a little bummed out. I was like, dude,
Missed
I
the
might
boat.
have missed my window, you
Right.
know? But at the end of the day, dude, skateboarding is skateboarding. There's always going to be dudes that skate street.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be contest guys. And what we're going to see is a mix of contest and street guys. Bro, look at Nisha Houston. Arguably
Mm-hmm.
the best skateboarder currently today, right now. Like, he wins every contest. He puts out the gnarliest street parts. You can do both.
Right,
You know?
totally.
You can do both.
True.
And I think kids look at that and, you know, you look at Ginwoo right now, and it's like, I think he's built for contest skateboarding. I don't know if I haven't seen anything of the streets
Me neither.
from him. But like, I think he's built for contest skating. So I think we're going to start seeing that as well, that like kids are just literally going to only want to skate contests.
right.
Which, who am I to tell him that that's like not the wrong way? You know, it's still
Yeah.
skateboarding. It's still
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's nothing we can do about it.
No.
So like, I don't even waste my time with like trying to have like a really like, I don't know, good opinion about it. I'm like, man, it's gonna happen. Whatever's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And like,
Right.
I'm just glad I'm a skateboarder, and I'll just watch, just see what happens.
No, there is a lot of special talent. I mean, even with like Yuto, he could, put out a phenomenal video part and then
Yeah.
just go kill a contest.
Yeah,
Well, he
and
won the
then
Olympics.
Sleeping. I know,
Won
that's
the
what I'm
gold.
saying. Sleeping.
Yeah.
Like, that's just amazing.
Yeah, and go skate a vert ramp. And
Yes.
like, probably could qualify and win a vert contest. Like, Yuto's,
Well-versed, bro.
Yuto's gnar.
He really is, man.
Dude, switch tail at 18 stair rail.
Ah,
That next level.
Round too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
Psycho.
Costin filming him.
yeah, I
This is
mean,
This is Jinwoo right here. We got a little street stuff of him
Oh.
right here, a little street part. Well,
Yeah.
as I say that, he's right back in the park.
it's all right. Was that a triple kickflip?
I don't know what this is. Is this like a little documentary or something? Is there stuff? Oh, here.
I think with kids like this, and I'm not trying to be super critical, but like, it would be very interesting to see a street part from a kid like this.
Yeah, I agree.
There we go. Little backside flip.
I mean, pretty structured.
Yeah, that's some
Yeah,
stuff you would see
chilling,
all
dude.
But you're right. He is definitely like
I mean,
gearing up for the W's.
Yeah.
In the contest. You know what I mean?
And I mean, I've been to that spot.
I mean, we'll see how it all pans out. I mean, how old is he? 16, 15?
Oh, dude, he's
Oh,
like
he's
12.
13.
No,
I mean,
he's
hey,
like,
just
yeah,
turned
I mean, we
13.
still got a lot of time to see
Yeah.
how this develops.
it'll be interesting to see him when he starts learning like switch.
That is crazy when he does that.
Yeah, he does the blunt front side flip every time.
Yeah. But like pivot almost.
Yeah.
But still, like, it's dope.
Sometimes I look at these young kids and I am impressed.
Yeah,
Right.
of
But I
course.
think I'm also more of like, yeah, I'm impressed, but I want to see more. I want to see you at 16, at 17. I
Yeah.
want to see you grow up
Develop.
and then see what you're working with. You
For
know,
sure.
at a
A little bit longer invested time in skateboarding.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, it's like, cheers to you, dude, because you're
Yeah.
ripping.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
keep it up.
What about little Wyatt? Does he do contests or anything? Is he
he-
interested in that?
He's interested in it for sure. He'll do like the Damn Ams, and
Okay.
he does a couple like contests overseas. There's a Hot Wheels series. I forget what it's
I know
called.
it- I know,
But
yeah.
yeah. So he'll go do those. He did an Australia one. I think there's a Germany one this year. And he just enjoys competing.
Yeah.
He also plays football, like, and he's a little savage.
so
You know? Like,
Tackle or flag?
No,
like, what are we
I
talking
think
about?
it's like flag, but I mean, he's just a little beast.
You got the little.
He's
This
an
is the.
I was tripping on all the OC spots because he's from there.
Yeah, RSM.
RSM.
Yeah.
Is Klay Thompson from out there too?
Yeah.
I trip out on that, dude.
Yeah.
Is this him or no?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
him.
yeah.
That's why it's probably when he was like 7.
God. You guys are so fun. I didn't start skating until I was 15. I was so late on the skating train.
Yeah, but bro, P-Rod was late too.
No, when was he? 14,
10 or 11?
I think it was older.
Really? I
Yeah, I
don't
think
remember.
you might be right.
I think it was older, and it's like crazy because P-Rod is P-Rod.
Yeah, true.
You know?
What do you mean older? Like 13?
Yeah.
Like 12 or 13.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think.
That makes sense, I guess. I was 11, but
Yeah.
he got
You're 11. I mean, I feel like when you start skating, you're 10, 8, you start to like dabble,
Yeah.
right?
I don't have a good meter for it, bro. I don't remember anything except for skateboarding.
Right.
Like literally, I don't remember walking. Like I remember skating.
yeah.
It's crazy.
So rad.
It's crazy. It's been my
I
life.
don't know
My
if any of us
lifer.
remember
I mean,
walking.
that's kind of where the name for the video part came. Was like, I've literally been doing this for my whole life. I'm a lifer.
That's
in
true.
skateboarding.
Damn, think about that.
So rad.
Yeah.
2 years
Think
old.
about that.
I mean, I've been skating for 31 years. You know, pro for 20 of them.
I mean, let's just put this into perspective. You first started getting paid skateboarding at what age?
8.
8 years old, you're making money
Yeah.
skateboarding.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Did that even make sense to you, or did you even know what was going on at that one? Because at 8 years old, your money isn't really like $5
Real.
is nuts,
Yeah.
but like you're
All I wanted was to like take pieces of the money so that I could buy remote control cars.
Yeah, a little RC car.
I had
so
gnarly gas powered RC cars.
So
I was
good.
like obsessed with those.
What was the money from?
It would have just been
sponsor, right? Or
from
contest winning or
yeah,
something?
no, it would have been from sponsors.
Really?
Yeah, it was from sponsors like Volcom, Etnies, Oakley.
Because you turned pro at
13.
13
Yeah,
for almost.
yeah. So I was getting, and then I was also doing like commercials, and I was doing like a Sony commercial and
yeah,
Go-Gurt.
yeah,
I
yeah.
did like a couple Go-Gurt commercials.
That was good. I had Go-Gurts.
Go-Gurts
I love
no
them.
doubt.
They were good. Yeah.
I still mess with
You ever
those.
freeze the Go-Gurts?
Of course.
Yeah, you got to freeze the Go-Gurts.
You gotta freeze the go.
Yeah.
Of course.
When you were at World, I don't know what it happens. When you were at World, almost and stuff, was Rocco still at any
Oh, yeah.
point? He was around. Did
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
any good interactions with him?
I was friends with Rocco for sure. Like
Okay.
I hung out around him, but my mom was always with me when I was with Rocco. Okay. Rocco never was able to sink any claws in like, ever. Because my mom knew. Like my mom knew
She
what
heard
was
some of the
up.
stories?
She knew what was up, bro. Gretchen knows what's up.
No doubt.
So like I was always within reach of,
Okay.
of Gretch when I was around Rocco and yeah, but he's
You were fairly, you were pretty young then. Right there, too,
100%.
so.
yeah, he's
So-
a savage.
So there wasn't any like shopping sprees or anything crazy, or
No,
like,
I
hey,
just remember
you know,
there was like a penthouse suite that he had in Australia for one of these trips we were on. I think it was for almost. I don't remember. It was like Rodney and Rocco, but it was like the biggest room I'd ever seen. And yeah, it was just Rocco kind of running around this room, and then we left and go skate. But I always like for some reason remember him having just this penthouse,
this spread,
like,
huh?
crazy suite.
Wow,
Dude was doing it back then.
he
bro.
was, man. Damn. I love a good Rocco story once in a while, you know. But obviously, you were probably too young.
I was
for
too
that,
young,
yeah.
man. I was too young.
And that was kind of after all the hijinks and shenanigans that was really going on that made World and Rocco
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Again, it was like so short lived though. It was like a span of like maybe 2.5, 3 years of that rock.
Yeah, for sure.
Until things changed.
chilled out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, until he was just off the scene.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
where you wouldn't even see him. He'd be in Hawaii or
Yeah.
Yeah, it's chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Ryan Sheckler, man, thank you so much. Wait, listen, we got some new Yeti stuff. Can we give you a couple things to take
let's
home
go.
with you? Let's
For
go,
sure,
man.
for
Kelly,
sure.
we do the
Yeah,
honors,
of course,
bro.
dude.
Grab him a couple little things over here. Yeah, it's a shame. I almost wish that you had a little bit of Rocco, right? I mean, like,
Yeah, I think if I would have been any older, we would have had like psycho stories together,
Yeah,
possibly getting arrested. You know, like I always think about some of the people that have the craziest stories that I am friends with, but I was never in my prime when they were in their prime,
Right.
And probably saved all of our lives. for sure.
No doubt.
Because how old were you when you were around Rocco? 15, 16?
14, 15. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that.
But you had no parents around. You guys were all.
Yeah, but that's why,
rogue,
it was definitely a little different. And we were I mean, I was introduced to some stuff that I definitely wasn't aware of at that time.
Sure.
You know?
Sure. And your mom was pretty hip to everything that was going on. I mean, she was like around you, and she was like your manager, but also like.
And she just wasn't a square, you know? Like she
Right.
just actually knew what the world was and what was going on and hijinks that like boys got into and like men, you know, I guess you call it men.
For sure.
I was a child. So she was just protecting her baby.
Well, skateboarding is also a place where there is that mixture of the young kids with the old dudes and like, you know, all that stuff. So
yeah, I mean, we talked about it earlier. That's why I'm stoked to be in a position to like
help
be that dude for like Wyatt or for anyone that's really coming up. You know, I've made a lot of mistakes in skateboarding, but I've also made like some great decisions. So
Hell yeah. Thank you, Kelly.
oh, that thing's sick.
Oh, we're
dude.
gonna
My wife's
get
gonna
you.
steal this.
Oh,
bro.
we got more. We're gonna get you. No, we're gonna get you doubles. All right, we got more in the back.
She's gonna take
We're gonna
that.
get more in the back. But what were you saying? You were just.
No, I'm just stoked to be in a spot
Yeah.
to like actually help.
I love it. And you're good. You're a good mentor to these
No
kids,
doubt,
man.
bro.
Straight up, man. Like you said,
they're gonna always remember this shit.
yeah,
That's
you've
for
been
damn
through a
sure.
lot. You've made bad decisions, good decisions. You know what I mean?
And
It's good.
we're still here.
We're still here, baby. We just had a baby.
Big
We're
chilling.
good.
Yeah,
You
you
know.
know.
Congrats, man.
Yes, dude.
Thanks, guys.
Dude, Ryan Sheckler, dude. You are the man. Come back anytime, please. Come visit with us. Here, first of all, 9 Club Yeti.
Yes, sir.
Little thing. We're going to get you another one for yourself. We also got ones like this for the coffee in the morning. You know what I'm saying? 9 Club Stance socks.
Yes.
Got to keep those tootsies warm in the morning. You know what I mean? Can't be walking around barefoot. And then the 9 Club crew neck embroidered. Got to keep warm, man. Summer
Yep.
is coming, but there are some chilly nights ahead, you know?
I love my crew necks, dude.
And while you're filming for Sandlot Times,
Yeah.
okay, I know that there's going to be a chance for.
When are we getting this tattoo, man?
That'll be his one.
We're gonna
and
go.
only.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? You still gonna do? You weren't just saying that, were you?
No, bro. I told you I'll do it if we do it.
Wow, dude.
Do we all have to do it, or just one of us?
I mean, whatever's clever, bro. I'll get it. One of you guys get it. I'll get it.
Wait, where are we getting it? If we get it,
Wherever.
wherever.
If anyone-
Matching places.
If anyone gets a tattoo, he needs to get it.
Yep.
Who you pointing at me?
You, because this
Oh,
is
shit.
you and Roger. Actually, you and Roger.
Yeah.
Roger's gonna get a teardrop, but it's just gonna be the 9 Club.
Yeah.
Why don't you do it where like I know you guys know some. Why don't you have Nathan
We have-
Costco come in
dude.
here?
Yeah, that'd be tight.
And we do a 9 Club, and you actually like we talk and he tattoos it on us.
Wait, who?
Nathan Costco.
Who's that? Nathan Costco.
What about
Dude.
the other dude?
He's
Nate,
Nate Piero?
Nate Fierro.
Yeah.
But
Nate Fierro.
Whoever you want, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You pick.
All right. We'll pick.
Let me know.
I don't have any tattoos, Ryan. It's
know,
easy
I
for
know,
you.
we
You
talked
have.
about it.
You could
I know,
hide a
I
9
know.
Club tattoo easily.
I'll put it somewhere where it's not really that hidden.
right on your neck, right there.
no, but Nate Costco.
$1,000,000.
Oh, that's your price. Oh, I forgot about the price.
There it
man.
is.
Nate Costco. That's crazy though, because he's from San
San
Clemente.
Clemente,
I grew
yeah.
up skating with him, and to
Same.
see him what he's done,
Oh, is he like? Uber,
He's
like,
big.
really
Yeah,
Yeah,
talented.
he's a stud, bro.
it's
Okay.
it's next level, dude. Shout
We'll
out-
talk about it.
Yeah.
What's his
We'll talk about
specialty?
it.
His specialty is he's got these reapers that he does, like really, really dope black and gray. He can do anything. He's an incredible artist, painter. He does boards. He did some Death Wish boards.
Sick.
Yeah.
He's just like immersed in the art scene, and his tattoos are incredible. And he's right here. He's in LA somewhere. Nathan's Lounge. You know?
Oh.
Yeah, he's got a tattoo
Got a
studio.
spot.
Yeah.
Sick.
I just have to find a spot for it. Because listen, I'm sure your first tattoo, you just didn't go in just like, hey, whatever, I'll just do it. Maybe you did. I don't know. But
no,
for me, it's a little more.
It was planned out, but it was like this big.
Oh, you got the Sheckler on your back.
Yeah.
Wait, that was your first tattoo?
Yeah.
The Sheckler on the
All
back?
in,
Yeah.
man. All in.
Yeah.
Like
Wait, how-
I knew I wanted to be like tagged.
How old were you when you got that?
17.
Amazing.
Did your mom know? I mean, family,
She
like,
was in Vegas when I was there, and we had like sent her to dinner because I was with Carrie Hart, and Carrie Hart had Hart and Huntington at the Palms.
Yes.
This is his tattoo
Remember that
shop.
spot?
And he was like, I forget what contest was there. It might have been a Dew Tour or something in Vegas, but we were at the pool, and he's just like, let's get your Sheckler tattoo tonight. I was like, I'm down, but you gotta get my mom out of here. And we did.
Oh my God.
And then she like I said, she's hip, and she knew something was up.
She felt
and
the vibe.
like married on into the tattoo shop, and I was like, I think it was SHE. I might have had she done on my back, and she saw and started crying and walked out. And I'm like stuck. I was stuck.
Oh,
I think I ended up buying her like a purse or something.
Let's make up for it. Here it is right here.
Yeah.
Got the full.
Yeah, I had she
the
done,
full
and she
thing.
saw it, and she was like,
You wanted to get that whole. To me, that's insane for a first tattoo. You would think
that
you would just start off.
I can't even see it.
You're all in though. Like you said.
I can't even see it. It's like
It's so funny now because like I can't even picture you without tattoos,
Yeah,
bro.
nah,
Like
me
it's so a
neither.
part of you, man. And I think that's the same for a lot of people that have tattoos.
yeah.
So maybe the 9 Club will be my first. Maybe I'll start getting sleeves and a whole thing. Maybe the neck next, and who knows? Maybe I'll have a full body tattoo. You know?
damn.
Run it.
Okay.
Support it.
By the way, we got some 9 Club stickers because you are filming the Sandlot, and I know that we do have a potential for a Thrasher cover during this time. So $20 if you get the Thrasher cover, dude.
Sick,
With the 9 Club
thanks.
sticker on there.
Yeah.
We got 100%.
Oh, dope, dude.
$20.
I'm
It's
down.
got to be visible though.
It's got to be a
And
cover too.
And legible.
Yeah.
He's putting it in his pocket right now. I love it. I love it.
A lot of stipulations there, but I'm
love
in.
it.
Tommy Sandoval got like a 2-page spread or something with a hoodie or something.
Yeah.
Wearing a 9 Club hoodie. And we didn't give him a photo. And
Oh,
stuff.
I never heard from him. He didn't send me the invoice.
You gotta send the
Gotta
invoice.
get the. We're just that type of company. You got to send us the invoice.
Even though we
I'll send
see
you
it.
an invoice. It'll be from Gretchen.
Yeah.
but-
$20.
Ryan, thank you so much, dude. Can't wait to see you again. Thank
Thank
you.
you guys. Yeah, of course. Anytime, man.
Dude, you're the man. Thank you.
Anytime.